there, ref. That she got the ball.
Yes, everybody, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur. How are we? We are playing against Leicester today at home, and it's revenge time because in our first game of the season, it kind of almost was like an omen for the rest of the season, right? We sort of left maybe some points on the board, felt like we could have put them away. We had plenty of chances, nearly dominated the game for 60, 70 minutes. Then we let them back into it, and it felt like that became a bit of a theme for the rest of this season. Now, can we turn that around here against this Leicester team? Can we right the wrongs from the beginning of the season? And Dave, in the back end, told me he's got a little bit of a positive vibe about this one. He's feeling confident. He's maybe thinking we could smash these Foxes, send them back up north, pack, and everybody, hopefully you're doing okay. Smash the like button, please, everybody. And also thank you for picking us as your watch-along destination. But let's get to that lineup. I'll read it aloud, and then I'll give my thoughts on it as well as Dave, and we'll get to the chat here. But we have Kinski in goals, Pedro Porro at right back, Dragishin center back, Davies at center back, with Gray likely at left back for this game. Bentancur, Bergvall, and Sarr is your midfield. Then Kulusevski, Richarlison, and Sonny on the bench. We have Brandon Austin, Reguilon, Basuma, Ajayi makes the bench. Olasesi, Young Min Hyuk makes the bench, which is nice to see. Mikey Moore and Lancashire, so still a kindergarten for the most part, except for Brandon Austin, Reguilon, and Basuma. But Dave, lineup is in front of us. You're feeling confident about this game. It's another must win. As boring as it's been kind of saying that a lot this season, it's just true. We need to start getting back-to-back wins here, and here's another one for us.
Look, we need to build momentum ahead of that Liverpool Carabao Cup semi-final second leg at Anfield. If we don't build momentum heading into that, I think the inevitable is about to happen. We need to head into that with some sort of confidence. So we need to win today. Also, if Leicester beat us today, we are being sucked into that relegation battle. So it is important that we basically win today to even stave off that talk. And I think staving off that, getting into the last 16 in Europe, I think it'll calm everyone down around Tottenham Hotspur to a degree. But in terms of lineup, look, delighted to see Kinski back in. I think for me, Jack, the only thing he needs to maybe be switched on today is them looking to play balls in behind our back line. I presume Vardy's starting for Leicester. I haven't even checked. But if he is, he needs to be on his toes being a sweeper keeper, because Dragishin and Davies ain't exactly your quickest players. So for me, he needs to come out and mop up anything that's put in behind for Jamie Vardy today. We know what he does. He caught us down at their place, didn't he, with a goal? The exact same thing, ball in behind. So that's something Kinski needs to stay switched on for. Back line, look, it'd be interesting to see what Archie Gray has in the tank. He fell to his knees after the Hoffenheim game, so be interesting to see what he's got. But for me, the big key is Bentancur, Jack. I think he's the key for Tottenham Hotspur. When Basuma's in there, we look erratic, we look all over the place, the whole system looks disorganized. But with Bentancur in there, and with that first half performance, if you noticed, he was getting out left, getting out right-hand side, putting the ball out for throw-ins, allowing our fullbacks to get back, which meant they weren't as heavily exposed as we've seen before. Screening the defenders, which meant they weren't, getting in there, breaking up, playing, stuff like that. But also in possession, he's so calm in there. He's so elegant. People were calling him Michael Jackson the other night with the way he was moving on that ball in the midfield. But it almost, to a degree, allows Maddison, when he is playing, to play higher up the pitch, because Bentancur can find them. When Basuma's on the ball in there, a lot of players have to drop deep, have to drop short, to take that ball off. And with Bentancur, he doesn't need that help. Look at everybody. They spread out. They make the pitch wide. They get further up the pitch because they know that ball's coming. And I'm sorry, but that first half against Hoffenheim is the best bit of football I've probably seen this season from Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
And, I do think a large part of it does come down to Bentancur being in that team. We play a lot more fluid football when he's there, and we're a lot more stable in terms defensively when he's there. But look, in terms of what people are expecting in terms of performance-wise today, Jack, I think there has to be an understanding around the situation. Look, don't get me wrong. We all want a 90-minute performance, right? Everybody wants it. But our players, a lot of them players are on their last legs. You look at how they fell to the ground after the Hoffenheim whistle. Part of it is relief we finally won a game, but part of it is relief is that game is over. Thank God I don't have anything else in the tank. And I think there has to be an understanding that we're going to go for this game in the first half and look to drop off in the second half. And the reason why is because There's no point in sitting there for 45 minutes. And this is where I think Postecoglou got it wrong against Leicester. I think the game plan against Everton was to shut them out for 45 and go in the second half. But by then, your Son, your Kudus, they've already got 45 minutes in their legs regardless. So it doesn't make sense. So I think we're going to have to go out of first half, look to break them down, look to score goals in the first half. And then in the second half, as you've seen against Hoffenheim, the press will drop off because the players don't have it in their legs to continue doing that, which means then we become under the cosh. It's just about, can we tighten up and not concede as many shots on a goal as we did against Hoffenheim? But I think that's the game plan today. So we got to be clinical today. And Jack, like you alluded to at the start of the show, the reverse fixture. That's why we didn't get 3 points. We weren't clinical on the night.
No, it's been a constant annoyance, as we've gone through these watch-alongs and these roller coasters together. I think you do make a very good point, though, about just sort of, in this game that Spurs do need to just sort of come out quickly, try to win the game basically in the first half, in a sense, right? Of course, the game isn't over by halftime, but that's kind of been the strategy of late, to try to get most of our goals in that first half, then go on to defend whatever we have in the second, because you're naturally going to run out of energy. We're already pretty much going into these games out of energy, out of stamina as it is. So we have to just take advantage of whatever adrenaline, whatever momentum you can gather in those first kind of minutes in that first half, then basically look to defend for your lives, really, in a sense, for the second half. And the problem is that we're not even really very good at it, which I'm stealing your words in that case, Dave. One, we do kind of look to defend the lead in the second half. We're not usually as convincing as maybe other teams are when that's the case. So we have to try to get as many goals as we can in this first, and then look to try to be clinical with those moments that we get in that first half, and see how the game plays on from there. And then the final point I'll make is that's weirdly very similar to the Hoffenheim game. It's kind of similar strategy, and to a degree probably, I don't know if Hoffenheim or Leicester, which one's worse. I made the joke that clearly Tamworth are better than both, but with Leicester, Dave, I mean, I think they'll be kind of similar to this Hoffenheim fixture, where they'll not be that great on paper, probably not that great of a side. We'll just try to win this in the first half, and then look to hopefully, hold on to it in the second. I really agree with that point that you made.
I would say, though, Jack, there's lessons that we need to be taken from that second half in Hoffenheim. If you look at the last 10, 15 minutes of that half, we had possession. We were knocking it around to the point where we were doing olays and stuff like that. That's what we need to try and do in the second half of this game, instead of just sitting back off completely and going break us down, because all it takes is a cross into our box and we're broke down. We've seen that time and time this season. So instead of employing that, okay, it's okay if you don't have possession, but as soon as you get it back, calm it down. We've seen Brandon Austin come flying out with the ball, launching it. You're like, go down, take a breather. Let's push people up the pitch, get us up the pitch. Kulusevski going on these mad runs, taking the ball down dead alleys. Cut inside, play your players, keep possession, because you can be surprised how much energy you can conserve by doing that as well.
Yeah, 100%. Let's get to some of the people in the house. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever you are in this wonderful Spurs world. We need a win today, everybody, so try to manifest it. Pray to the Spurs gods, whichever ones you believe in. Reese Rigg, good to see you in the house. Thanks for picking up the membership, maybe in the previous stream, as well as Darren Johnson. Thank you so much. Stephen Vincent, Sam, I'm missing something. Why isn't Madison in the squad? Is he up for sale? I don't know if he's up for sale. I'm pretty sure it's just an injury, but I do like that, we even threw that into people's minds there, Stephen. You definitely throwing a spanner into the works. Drew Zilla saying, big up everyone in the chat. Good to see you, Drew. And it looked like, I was able to glimpse the last 2 seconds of the pre-match build-up as I was waking up this morning, Dave. But it looked like Drew Zilla was on there.
Yeah, we had Drew on, we had Donovan, and we had Dermot. I think I upset Dermot a little with his source. He's protecting his source. I'm saying I don't, I think it's good.
He dies by his sources.
Yeah, but look, fair play to him. But, it was a really good conversation, a really good conversation. Drew had a dilemma about, how many players can we actually sign this January because of squad registrations. Like, it's in everyone's head that we can go out and sign 5, 6 players, but he's saying it's not the case. If you look at European squad, you can only make 3 changes from the squad that we already registered for the league phase to the European phase. You're only allowed to make 3, and you already have to bring in Kinski and Spence. So technically, you can only bring 1 more in if you sign. And then also in the Premier League squad registration, you can only really bring in 2 players for that. So the reality is, he's saying, all we can really expect between now and the end of the window is probably 2 players, if even.
Well, Well, Daniel Levy, still please go to work, or Johan Lange, whichever one of you is going to get the job done. Drusilla also as well, I think, explaining to Steven about, the Madison situation, using Postacoglu's quotes,
Mm,
just saying, he picked up kind of a knock and saying, he's just not really 100% for today. MV Joker Davis, good to see you, sir. Come on, you Spurs. I was working with during the pre-match build-up, but I was there listening in. Great pre-match, guys. Now
thank
let's
you.
get the 3 points. Who's up for some fox hunting? I like that intro from you, Eddie. Like your attitude going into this one, sir. Celery Agent's with us. Good to see you, Celery Agent. Always appreciate you. Coys, good to see you in the house. Mark McDermott as well. Come on, you Spurs. 3 points today.
Let's
Slips
go.
128. Good to see you as well. Mick Hermalock. We also have Limpy Down Under. Good to see you. Tyler's in the house. Good to see Luke. Joff Totten, Perth. Good to see you, Joff. Outera Fasare. The game's not on TV. Any links, guys? I mean, you could, I think, use a VPN, from the previous sort of times we played the NordVPN. You could get yourself a cheaper subscription. That would be my sort of recommendation, because I think that's a good way to go about it for the long run. If you're finding trouble, getting access to every game, sometimes certain countries, certain areas do have access to pretty much every game, and you might even end up saving a little bit of money. Al Dante
I'm
saying,
sure, sure someone will help them out anyway. Just keep an eye on the chat. I'm sure
yeah,
someone
you know
will.
what to do. You know what to do, Outdoors Fasara. Al Dante would be there if I didn't have the bad back pain this weekend. Storms wouldn't have been fun to traverse either, but we'll win 5-2, and it's going to be good times today. Al Dante, are you also in Ireland? Does he travel to the games from Ireland?
Dante, is he from Ireland? You're not
He
from
said,
America,
he said
Dante.
would be there if I didn't have bad back pain this weekend. Storms wouldn't have been fun to traverse either, and I know you're the one going through the storms, right, Dave?
Yeah,
Could
yeah, we've had a red weather warning across the whole country for 2 days, and it's still pissing rain out there. Dante, you from Ireland? I don't know why. I thought in the pre-match build-up you said to someone you were from America. I'm not quite
maybe
so sure. Let's clarify it, El Dante. Let's find out where you're from. You don't have to give us your full address, air code, and all that sort of jazz. Just the country, my man.
Might be silly to assume there are only storms in Ireland right now at this moment in time. Big up to you, El Dante. Appreciate the support. Lazy 8, good to see you this morning. Saying, technically the quad is still on, says Lazy 8. Always still on,
Technically,
always
yeah,
still on until it's
technically.
mathematically not. Mark McDermott saying Jack's got bed hair, just rolled out the sack. Drusilla is saying he's rolled out the sack. He's rolled out the sack. Jack and Nicky, he's rolled out the sack. Kula Sexy Football. Gray was on his arse after Thursday's game, but Ange refuses to use Reggie.
Do you know what? I understand what people are saying, right? And quote Shawnee Maddox, he's an able body, at some point you got to use him, right? But Jack, I think, I remember us putting out a video about, Regulon, should we look to use him? But if I remember correctly, majority of the comments were like, he's dead weight, move him on. Now all of a sudden, everyone's saying Regulon's this great player, let's use him. I think there has to be an understanding. If a manager doesn't trust a player, he doesn't trust a player, he's never going to pick him. It's like anyone that's, a manager or whatever. They're not going to employ someone if they don't get a good vibe off them or if they don't like them. And I think, at some point, there has to be that recognition. But to the other point, if Gray does come off with an injury today or does pick up an injury, it is going to be a massive talking point. Why didn't you use Regulon to protect Gray? And that argument I can understand. But, this idea of play Regulon every week, most fans wanted him gone 3 years ago.
Yeah, well, that's fair. And Dave and I were big defenders of Region, and then all of a sudden people want him back into the team. I mean, I could see why people would want him to be used for this game just for the sake of fresh energy. Maybe he can look to try to bring him on, in the second half, but to start with him might not be totally necessary. And also, RG Gray, it's almost a bit like a Kulusevski for us recently, or like a Jed Spence. He's kind of been one of our better players. You're going to need him in the team, even if he is tired at this moment in time. He's just been that crucial for us. DB, good to see you. Saying Son's at the game and says there's a lot of Ange love outside of the ground. I'll be putting him up for adoption when he gets home. He disagrees with me on Ange and sizable Levy out protest though as well. That's very funny, DB. I'm glad that your sons though enjoying themselves at the game
Yeah.
and I
Oh, you're at the
mean,
game.
we've gotten the vibe that a lot of people who are at the ground, I mean, they're welcome to feel how they feel, but a lot of people at the ground, I do think still are, for the most part, still pretty much in support of Ange. It's kind of, how would you put it? Maybe a bit more of an online audience that, can be a bit more, I think, vocal in terms of their dislike of Ange than maybe the Ange in audience at the moment. I don't know.
You know,
I'm kind of just blabbering. It's early in the
you know,
morning for me.
Do you know what I would say, DB? I think my dad feels the same about me sometimes.
It's the
He's
reverse.
like, it's my own flesh and blood. Why is he not saying the same words?
Good to see you, DB, and hopefully he has a great time. And best of luck on the adoption papers. Shemtan saying, afternoon, Jack and Dave. Really need a good performance, and 3
Yeah.
points is a must. Absolutely right, Shemtan. Hopefully we get a nice kebab order as well after this game, Shem. We need a back-to-back win, back-to-back kebab orders. Lesser known saying, morning, Dave and Jack. Good to see you, Lesser known. Thank you
Big up,
for the
let's
support
go.
as well as a member. Surfs Australia's in here. Screenplays in here. Kev G
Oh,
is
it's
in here as
Australian
well.
Day. Happy Australian Day to everybody in the land of Oz.
I didn't know that there was an
Yeah,
Australian
we
Day.
found out on the last on the end of the premier. Sorry, I probably should have said to you before we came live to say it. But
So
yeah,
many
happy
Australians,
Australia Day.
so many Australians I'm ignoring, including this one, Ribsy85. Big up to you, sir. Hey, all, happy Australia Day to you, sir. Big up to you, Ribsy. Good to see you in the house as always. The absolute goat. Alaskan Hotspur member for 13 months, fan show member as well. Thank you, the Alaskan Hotspur, saying big up, guys. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Flat Cap Army. Shout out my man in Fairbanks, beautiful Fairbanks. My dad went up and down between Anchorage. He didn't really go to Fairbanks that often, but used to go back and forth between Anchorage and Seattle. I think he also used to go up to not Juneau, whichever other one is pretty far north up there. But I know you're in the far northern regions, Alaskan Hotspur, and you're getting up nice and early for this game. Nice and early for this
He's
game.
up
So
there with the Alaskan bush people nearly. He's that far north.
he's that far north and he's that early. He's up that early this morning. Definitely needs an Irish coffee. So hopefully you're doing okay, the Alaskan Hotspur. Big up to you, sir. Patty Higgins is in the house as well. Come on, you Spurs. Good to see you, Patty. Berbatov's halftime smoke, the best winger around. Good to see you, Dan. Breckon's
Big up,
in here
Danny,
as well. Big
my
up, Jack
guy.
and Dave. I'm going to throw out a 2-1 win for us as my prediction for this game. Come on, you Spurs. I'm kind of more 3-1 for this game. I'm going into it maybe a little bit more delusional and confident than maybe others, but I could see why people still think it's going to be a close one. It's similar vibes to the Hoffenheim game, Breckon, and a 2-1, I'll take it. You know, we got a lot of those type of predictions on the channel predictions.
Look, regardless whether fatigue or not, we should have enough, firepower to pop these around for 45 minutes, create a lot of chances, and take our goals. We should have more than enough. Hopefully, we can do that, but we need to today. We need to.
Yeah, 100%. Absolute Boar's in here. Good to see you, Absolute
Big up,
Boar. He's got a
Absolute
thumbs
Boar.
up and a beer in the house. Good to see that.
So,
Daniel Larson's in here. Winks
big up, Danny boy.
Masterclass incoming. Daniel, don't you?
Do
Daniel,
you
I
know
almost
what?
want to put you in timeout, Daniel. Can't be saying that sort of stuff before a ball is kicked.
Do you know what, Jack? We were just saying, and we're laughing in the pre-match build-up. I think Donovan brought him up earlier on the show.
Out of
Just
line,
started
Daniel.
laughing. I was like, do you know what? It's just like one of these guys swings or skips to put one in from 30-odd yards. It's just like that.
Can't be
Put
thinking that
on a
stuff.
show today. Like I'll go if I see that happen today, I'll go absolutely ballistic, lad. Because the midfielders we've got are far superior than both of them players. So
Yeah.
if they pop us around this pitch today, honestly, I think I'll only take it for about 60 minutes. I'm quitting the watch along if that happens. I can't.
I mean, that's just playing with witchcraft, trying to, think of that sort of stuff, thinking of Winks bangers and Skippy bangers and that sort of stuff. Can't be thinking of that stuff. What you should be thinking of is clean sheets. Good to see you, Kaylee Davis. Exactly right. Clean sheets. Come on, you Spurs. You're up nice and early, Kaylee. Hopefully got a nice coffee as well to the side of you. Vandal Ross is in the house as well. Good to see you, Vandal. Trinidad, nice one, Dave and Jack. Happy clapping to a 4-2 nail biter, which will entertain us as per usual. Is that your score prediction? A 4-2? That sounds like a lot of fun. Trinidad, I love that. Very specific. You don't get 4-2s. I wish we got a few more of those. Maybe in a channel prediction. You don't get the 4-2s as often. Happy Oz Day, says Cantab. Mark is in here, member of the Mark Army. Stevie Frazier, best midfielder around. Good to see you, Stevie. But must win, but I'm a believer. 3-1 Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you. Phil Barnaby, Phil Bramley. Missing so many people, but I really apologize. Dave, 5 minutes away from kickoff here. I mean, I'm going into this one thinking it's going to be kind of similar to the Hoffenheim game. Hopefully we come out the gates quickly, probably jinxing it by saying that we will, and it will be just like the Hoffenheim game. By saying that, it will be probably very different, but this is another must-win game, like some people have said, and people are trying to manifest some sort of a positive belief going into this after the win against Hoffenheim.
Look, the reality is we're all sitting here positive, expecting to go in and win this game. But we were for Ipswich, Crystal Palace, games like that, Wolves. You get my drift? So the reality is it's very possible that we end up coming out the wrong side of the scoreline today. However, in order to kick on, in order to, the cups are still alive, but we're not going to keep surviving in the cups if this league form keeps continuing. At some point, we have to be able to alleviate the league form so that then later on in the season, when decisions do come about, do you prioritise cup, do you prioritise league? We're in a good enough position in the league where we can go, do you know what? All eggs in the cup basket, go for it. Because there will come a point later on in the season. So it's about getting ahead of that now, putting yourself in a safe position. So when that option does come around, or when that decision making does come around, you're in a position to be able to do it. But also, I think equally, if we don't win today, I think you've got to take relegation as huge concerns, because then haven't
You
beaten
lost
Leicester,
to a
haven't
relegation
beaten
team.
Everton, haven't beaten Wolves, haven't beaten Ipswich, haven't beaten Crystal Palace, all teams around you that we've struggled to beat. So I think the alarm bells really will start ringing. So we've got to win today. We want to build momentum. Look, we keep saying this, Jack. This season isn't over in terms of we're still alive in 3 cup competitions. We're still alive. So, in order to get the confidence, get the belief to go and win them, you have to build up momentum. And it'd be a brilliant opportunity today to build that up off the back of Hoffenheim. All of a sudden, you're 2 games on the bounce. You go into Elfsborg, beat them. You're 3 games on the bounce. Then you've got Brentford away. Notoriously difficult for Tottenham. Even if you take a point there, all of a sudden you go into that week with Liverpool and Aston Villa back to back. You believe again. And that's half the battle in these cup games. And if we're not going into it believing, you can bet your bottom dollar neither them players or them managers. So it's all about getting the momentum so that we have the belief going up to that away game at Anfield, Jack. Big game today. At some point, the season has to turn. I don't believe this run is going to keep continuing. At some point, it's going to turn. And hopefully today's the day, Jack.
Hopefully today's the day. Good to see you, Ed Sweeting, in the house, saying looking for Barrett Von Clue to link up early. I'm going for a 3-1. Lots of 3-1s. Plenty of people agreed with my 3-1. Hopefully it happens today, and hopefully we do get some Barrett Von Clue.
By the way, on Bergvall and Kulu, it is screaming up for a manager to pair them up in the midfield.
I loved your predicted lineup, Dave. I loved what you had to say on that. It's just something
that gives me a rock on.
I think you just said let them cook, basically, and I was just thinking of a Dave meme of it, just the guy screaming let them cook for Bergvall and Kulu in that midfield. It does make you really imagine of what's possible and the type of combinations that they could be making together, and also just how much they like to get stuck in as well. Patty Higgins saying 92-mile-an-hour winds recorded on Friday and currently pissing down. Need a good result today. Over to you, Spurs. Save my weekend. Jeez, Patty, hang in there, my friend. Hang in there. Jeez, man. Stay safe.
On your house, Patty.
Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay in the basement if you have one. If you got a shelter under the ground, stay there, man. Jeez. Hopefully you got Netflix. Hopefully you got everything sort of linked up. Hopefully you got a few board games. Got the coffee on. Maybe got a nice Soren collection of maybe different elixirs as well to pick from, because Patty, stay safe, friend. Stay safe. That sounds absolutely terrifying.
It's a good job we progressed from straw roos about 15 years ago, isn't it, Paddy? We moved on now that the roos, tire roos, they can survive now in these weathers. By the way, I don't want to move on without shouting out Moondog as well. He's at home in bed. He's not very well. I know he's tuning in and watching the game. So big up, Moondog.
Legend.
Let's get the result for you today, my man.
Legend, the Moondog. Legend to the Moondog, that is.
Who let the dogs out? Come on.
Thank God, no. Werner says Peter else. Exactly right. I actually said that to someone where someone was saying, like, they were reading out all the injuries to me. It was a friend, and they were kind of showing some sympathy. And then when they were saying, yeah, man, and you don't have Timo Werner even as well. And I said, actually, that one's actually a bit of a convenience. It's with the injury, as much as you don't wish injury on a player, that one's actually out of convenience, for Spurs. It's just nice that Ange doesn't even have to pick him now. We don't even have to, see Ange have to pick the guy.
Do you know what? That's the thing, Jack. Even with him being on the bench, we don't have to worry that he's going to be an option off the bench. It's so much more relieving. Me personally, I have much more faith in some of the youngsters on the bench than I ever did that guy. So, and look, just last point, actually, they're remembering Gary Brook here today. Very nice of them. And it's also Bill Nick's birthday today as well.
Oh, nice.
What was I going to say? I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, everyone at home, get the big neck exercises done. We don't want anyone incurring whiplash when Richarlison puts one in the net today. So make sure you get your neck exercises done. And
Yeah.
do you know what, Jack? Just quickly, what did you think of his response on social media to the fan? I presume you've seen it, right? I think
I saw the response. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Dave, it's part of the classic Richie lore, and the classic Richie
Glad he
aura.
got me
It's not that
juices
surprising,
flowing.
really. Wasn't if you're a big fan of Rich, it's just typical Richie, isn't it? Daniel Larson saying you can blame this club for this version of me. I think when he was alluding to the predictions of Wink's masterclasses, and then he says, "How about a Bergvall masterclass instead?" Definitely would like to see that. That's the mentality I'm looking for, Daniel. And then he also says, "Get well soon, Moondog." Everybody, yeah, big up to the Moondog. Thank you, Shawnee Maddox. Good to see you as well. Hopefully you're doing okay, Shawnee. Jerome is in here. How are we, Jerome? Hopefully you're doing
Big
okay.
up, Jerome. Let's go.
Darius
Happy
is
Australia Day, Jerome.
Happy Australia Day to you, Jerome. Thank you, Dave. Forget my manners. Darius is in here as well. Good to see you, Darius. And then V Scarred. Sunday, fun day. Let's go get them, boys. Come
Hopefully.
on, V Scarred.
We've had many a Sunday's ruined, so hopefully it's Sunday, fun day.
Hopefully it is. Gonna get the scoreboard. Hopefully start off right. I have been getting it a little bit messed up in the beginning, the past couple of times. And look at our eager man, Pop Matsar. And we've gotten kicked off here, everybody. Really do appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support. Thanks for picking us as your watch-along destination. Sync up with us if you would like to. Belgian Hotspur member for 10 months. Black Hat member, please smash a like for the Irish Hotspur. Thank you, sir. Thanks for the emojis as well. That's a very clean-looking command from yourself. And also, thank you for 10 months. It's definitely been a lot longer than that, though, I feel like, Belgian. So really do appreciate for how long you've been with us, my friend.
How's your January been, Belgian? How's the January been for you, my man? I know you had a good December spending time with the family, all used together with the mother, which hasn't happened for a long time. So that was nice. How's your January going, buddy? Tottenham getting in at Leicester nice and early. It's a horrible day for football out there. Rain cutting off you. It's horrible. Wow, Richie. Go on, Sonny. Get the pressure on. Well done, Gray. That's it. Hold him up. Brilliant. Don't you dare, ref. Oh, my Lord. Is he giving that? Ruud van Nistelrooy. What a striker he was. Used to enjoy watching him. Always in there for a goal.
Al Ben, good to see you. He says, sick and tired of these injuries under Ange. I mean, they just never stop, do they, Al? And it's hard to know. It's hard to know, what's the culprit sometimes.
And the worst thing is, lad, is you get,
you're excited
about, oh, no.
Sorry, Al. Just have to Pop gave it away there, Al. It's not our fault.
Reaches him on the outside. Well on Archie Gray. Does well to hold him up there. It's still not done yet, though. Will they get the cross in?
Well done, sir. Sorry,
but Al Ben, it's it's getting to the point like you're like, oh, 2 players coming back this week, lovely, and then all of a sudden 3 are gone. It's just madness, man. Come on, Spurs.
Leicester
get at
working it here. Turnover from Spurs. Can Pedro Porro find? Oh, he finds Richie, and we find Kulu in behind. Lovely ball from the Rich. He's got Kulu down the wing here, down the right. One-on-one. The Kulu Meister.
Oh, no one's there. Man. No one's there.
We got lucky though. Bergvall recovers.
Jack, did you know Pedro's last name is Saucedo?
Or Saucedo or Saucero?
Saucero or whatever you call it, but he's just got sauce in it, lad. So it comes with the player.
That's incredible.
Drew told me. I got so excited.
Sauce is definitely in his name.
That one.
Sauce is definitely in his name.
Porro here again on the ball.
Sauce Meister.
Oh, just behind our forward line. Or Leicester looking to break here.
Oh, no need, Pop. No need, Pop. He's had a little bit of a sloppy start. No need. Especially because that could be a yellow card, and there's no reason for that.
Teams that
lovely play from Pedro Porro to find Richarlison, and then lovely play from Richarlison to find Kulu. Good start from Richarlison. Leicester still with possession, though. They've kind of had more possession, to be honest, in these opening few minutes. Funny enough. Maybe counter to, that's only been a few minutes, but counter to maybe what I would have expected. I didn't even take a look at their team, though, to be fair. All I see is, I think...
Oh, no. Come on, Porro. That's too easy. Back post. It's over here. Goes out. Sorry about that,
I see
everyone.
Winks in midfield for them, Dave, but do they have a Skip as well?
No, Skip's on the bench, lad.
I see.
I'll read out Leicester team for you now.
I think Sumara.
Anyone that's inquiring at home thinking I broke the rule and haven't told you what I was eating, sorry, it's just cramming in my breakfast, a quick sausage roll.
What you eating, Dave says, Joff Totten, yeah.
Yeah, just a quick sausage roll. If anyone doesn't know what that is, I presume everyone does. It's like sausage meat with pastry around it.
I do like that Joff is keeping you accountable, though, there. Not even a question mark, an exclamation point to use. Ball behind for Richie! Shoulders him out!
Oh, no!
Richie, man.
Come on, Rich.
Oh. Great ball from Pedro Porro once again. He's finding Richarlison, no problem. Great ball.
Onside.
Great strength as well. No foul there.
Oh, he's just missed it. He's missed the connection.
Just didn't get his foot to it. Pedro, can you find another dime? The Saucero. The Saucedo.
He's been brilliant. Saucero has been absolutely brilliant so far.
The Saucemeister from España.
These balls forward. Let's go, son. You're full of confidence. You're 2 goals at the weekend. Remember that. Remember who you are. Let's go.
Ref, Archie, lovely feed.
Ref, honestly, if that's outside of football context, he's getting locked up for child abuse. Come on now. Give him a yellow. How can you tackle Archie Gray like that? Even he's saying, look, I'll have to call the cops next time you do that. It's a joke.
Homemade sausage roll, or did you stop and pick up something?
No, the missus, the missus brought me home one.
David Ramsey.
Because I woke up, had to go toilet, do all my face, what's it called? Beauty care or whatever you want to call it, cream the face, wash it, all that sort of stuff, and then straight into streaming. So
Drew Zilla saying that's another example of not being clinical. Totally right, Drew.
Hopefully we can take one here. All Son's just got to do is just get a good whip on this. Just want to see Richie or Dragoson absolutely throttle themselves at this. Oh, ref, he's already interfering way too much. It's about 6 minutes to get this free kick underway. Fucking hell.
Sonny.
Oh, unlucky.
Good delivery, and he hit it towards the back post. Keeper got a hand towards it.
We had 2 players careering in there. The keeper done well. If he didn't touch that, that's in the back of the net. Let's have another look at this. It's a... Oh, we're right there. Who's that? Is that Bergvall coming in at the back post? It is, Oh, keeper's took it right off his head.
George Kadara saying, need an early goal to settle the nerves. Kind of feels that way, George. Feels that like a nervy start from us.
Well done, Dragoson. Into Benton sauce.
Benton sauce.
Oh, he still comes out with it. He's so good. Look at that.
Kulu, lovely feet there.
Onto Benton class. Come on,
gives it away. Man. Midfielders have given it away here. Ajayi, I
think
it is.
No foul.
Sorry, not Ajayi.
Well done.
What's his name? Ayu.
Slight from Benton to Porro.
I think it's Ayu and Vardy up top for them.
Yeah, so it's Ayu and Vardy, yeah. Right, let's go, boys. Bergvall back to Kulu. Someone help him. Why are you all running away from him? Someone give him an option. Well done.
Drago gets it cleared. Pedro gets it cleared.
Go on, Richie. Leicester just looking a bit fresher than us at this moment.
They're just doing a very good job of winning the ball back, having a lot of players around the ball.
They're a lot more fresher than what we are. They're moving a lot more around than what we are.
They know this is a relegation battle.
Yeah. Foul face goes for the long switch. Oh, he doesn't. Is that Decador Reed?
I believe so, yes. Oh, lovely, Pedro. The sauce man is feeling it today. And he gives it away. Just no one's really completing many passes.
We just look a bit leggy right now, a little bit lethargic. Maybe Thursday night is in their legs a little bit. Just
Ball
need to
behind
train more
Pedro.
often. Don't stand off the cross, Pedro. Please learn your lesson.
They find a ball into the box, but it's cleared
Well
away
done.
by Bentancur.
Go on, get
Look at him
after it, you
chasing after
animal.
it as well, like a demon. Man out of
There you go,
hell.
Sonny. All you got to do is put the pressure on these. These will panic. Come on. Let's go, Rich. Now it's your turn.
Oh,
Oh, it's a
ball.
good ball out. Oh, Poro, come on.
Ball in
No.
behind Pedro here. The goalkeeper did
Can't
well to
even get
find them.
back. He's asking for
Oh,
people
it's
to come
top of the
across.
area. Dragon, why are you running away?
Poro was asking for people to come across there. He didn't have the legs to get back.
We also,
Come on,
we
Tottenham.
dropped
Right, this
way
early
too
storm.
far. Both of our center backs dropped way too far here. I know they're trying to block the cross, to be fair, but, like, you know, look at the amount of space. I mean, Andre Ayew should have taken a touch there. Lucky, yeah, he didn't. I don't know why he hit that first time. Ball into Pop Matsar. Archie Gray. Goes long. Oh, sketchy pass from Valface. Lovely cushion touch from Bentancur. Oh, my lord, Pop Matsar. Sloppy again, man. Just keep giving it away so cheaply. I agree, Simon. And there's also a tendency for us to have really no options, and then we're just kind of just getting it launched, and we're not really that sort of team.
There's not a lot of great movement off the ball right now. You can see it's a tired team.
Sonny. Oh, it's
Go
just
on, plow.
a touch of a truck each time.
Oh, it's one of the, it's like a
Well
FIFA
done,
game.
Bentancur.
Anytime you get any tackle, the ball keeps going back to them.
All right, lads. Can we complete 2 to 3 passes here? Pedro, we just keep going long. Get there, Sonny.
Go on, Sonny, hold that. Brilliant.
Well done, man. Archie, holding it up for us down this left side here. Goes backwards. That's fine.
Sarr needs to get clued into this game. He didn't play it Thursday night. He needs to be the fresher of them all.
Yeah, and he's not started well. Kulusevski. Dragon.
Just regain possession for a couple of minutes. Regain your composure.
Yeah, this is fine. I mean, to be honest, you know, we would complain about them sometimes passing sideways, but we can't even do that at the moment. So
yeah, when we're chasing the game. now we need to retain possession right now. Just even for 2 minutes. Sonny, what can he do? Oh,
I think he had an opportunity to shoot there. I think he should have shot there. Sonny ball in, cleared away by Face.
Oh, have it.
Sarr!
He's capable, you know. I don't mind him shooting from there. He's capable.
He has no problem. You don't need to ask him twice. I do rate that about him.
And he tends to hit the target 9 times out of 10. Fairness to him. Come on, get after this. We're settling in now. Well done, Davies. Time Gray. Gray moving it along down the left-hand side here. Looking to run at Leicester. Plays an overhit pass for Son in behind. It's going to be a long game. Well done. Sarr's absolutely bodied him. Don't put it out. It's not his fault he's a pussy. Get up. Sarr's absolutely clattered him. It's great to see.
Andre Ayew, if I believe that is receiving. Or is it Jordan Ayew? I always mix them up, the brothers. They don't look at all the same, actually, funny enough, but I just mix their name. Jordan Ayew. I mix their names up all the time. But he's actually, Dave, one of the best floppers and divers there is.
He loves it, that guy.
No, I think for like consecutive seasons or something. I think like almost 2 times in a row he won some of the most fouls in the Premier League.
Sure, I remember when who was the one playing for Palace, lad, and he just drawing free kick after free kick after free kick, rolling around the place. He was driving me mad one game.
That was his speciality at Palace, was he would just win 1,000 free kicks for them.
Every time he touched him, he started rolling around. Support back! Oh!
Bergvall!
Oh! Nearly. Saucedo nearly buried one. Sonny. Oh, it's a poor cross. No one gambled on the near post there.
Nearly special from Pedro.
Oh, nearly a postman Porro delivery there. Nearly a Saucedo.
Nearly a sauce into the upper V's. Matty Hayes, good to see you.
Big up, Matty. Pedro's got like 6 names. I think Saucedo is what they call his right boot. Big up, Matty. Good to see you. Hopefully you survived the storm down in Limerick, my man. And how are you getting on with the F1 career, lad? Sonny, looking to skin him on the outside. Gets the ball across its keeper's arms.
Looked good to begin with Sonny, but then didn't finish well.
This is better from Tottenham, though. We're starting to wake up a little, starting to get going.
Oh, well done from Bergvall. Good determination from the kid.
Oh, why can't it just fall to Richie?
I think that was Kulu there.
Just need to do my Richie celebration.
Oh, no, it was Richie. Sorry. Richie's haircut sometimes.
Come on, get after it.
Settled in a bit more now, says George. George, I would agree, George. Tartan Spurs, good to see you.
Oh, it's well done, Ben Decor. Good pressure to get back there. Great. Big up, Tartan Spurs. Great to see you. Ben Davies goes to clear that one. It's hoisted up in the air. It's come off the bar. It's gone out for a corner kick. That's unlucky there.
And then Herbie hurts feelings.
Don't hurt my feelings today, Herbie. I can't take it any longer. Kinski has to push that one over the bar. Let's see if we can deal with this here. You think Leicester's probably had a whole week to work on these set pieces, knowing how vulnerable we are. Jordan Ayew is going to take it. It's going to be an in-swinger. See if Kinski can come out and claim this. Someone pick Winks up on the edge of the box. Please don't give him a free strike. It's delivered in.
Cleared away by the Rich. Well done, Rich.
Richie.
Benton.
Oh, Benton call. Go on, Bergvall. Now it's yours. They're frustrating me, Leicester. I'll give it to them. They're frustrating me.
They've looked all right.
Takes on Archie Gray. Well done, Archie Gray. Gets the block in. Can he win something out of this? Gets it cleared down the line. Can we win a throw-in? That's gone, ref. That's gone. Fuck me. The lino needs an eye test. Thank you. Finally. Took him 10 minutes to make the decision. He's there. It's a joke. Come on, Spurs. 3 points here today. It's going to be hard fought, but they're here if we want them. We do it
Pedro into Kulu. Kulu trying to muscle his way through.
Well done, Sar. Now find a pass. That's ref. That's a yellow. Simon Coley says, I can't look. Gabriel T says 20k subscribers or bust. Ribsy says, well done there to Gray.
Yeah, he did well. And I was even just thinking about just how well he's just been doing in general, throughout these games.
Oh, Porro, good ball.
Into Kulu.
Well put,
Bergvall. Lovely touch.
Good switch of play out to Sonny. That's beautiful.
Sonny
on the sauce. Sonny cuts inside.
Sonny, sir!
Ref, can we have some... It's on the area!
How's that not trickled in?
I thought that one went in.
From the keeper.
Oh.
He saved it.
It's brilliant play from Sonny. What a ball by Sauceval. Just switches the play right out to Sonny. Sonny takes it down, cuts in one, beats two, get out my way. Oh, I'll beat a third, and then curls it around.
Almost a vintage Sonny.
Save. That's the Sonny we know.
Damn, low and hard as well, curling on a slick turf.
Right, come on, Bentacore. This is your territory. You're a main threat from set pieces. Let's go.
It's a good save by the keeper. Ball in. To no one, really. It's kind of not in the right area by Pedro.
That's sloppy, Sar. That's fucking sloppy. Something like that will lead to a goal next time if he doesn't tidy that up. Now just go out to Porro.
Bentacore to Davies. Everyone's just too tight. Everyone's too close to each other. Into the Bergvall. Bergvall sprays it out wide to Kulu.
Oh, come on, Kulu. Get it under control. Just go back to Porro. He's there. He's there. He's there. Thank you. Porro.
Pedro.
Why does it take Kulu 10 minutes to give it back to him?
Sometimes he's just, like you said the other day, Dave, just sometimes maybe not choosing to go backwards, wants to try to do too much. Well done from Archie Gray.
Great play. Sonny on the ball. Cut inside here again.
Lovely, Sar.
Who's running off him?
Get
Ref,
rid of it,
come on now,
Get
ref.
rid of it, Sar.
What?
How's he give it? What?
What? Even Fat Faces were laughing at that decision. It's embarrassing.
He's just knocked him. Both of them had just sandwiched him and knocked him to the ground, and they're just kicking them.
Shawnee says something's cooking at the lane. Jory
Not
says,
sure.
great save, to be fair. Yeah, it was a very good save from Sonny there.
They're cooking like kimchi bowls and, nice little vegan sandwiches and things at the lane, Shawnee. They're actually supposed to be quite delicious. Not sure if we're cooking at the moment, though. Not sure if the football team is.
Kinski to Porro, onto Bergvall. Bergvall back to the Porinator. Porro into Kulu. You don't have that much time, Kulu. Great pass. On to Benjamin Davies.
Into the Dragon. Just get rid of it, Dragon.
Keeping possession.
Pedro.
Trying to play away through them. Pedro goes long again.
Oh!
Richie. Can he get there? He does. He takes it in his stride. Has a shot. It's saved. Is he off?
He's off. Referee.
Oh. It's another good ball around the corner as well.
Oh, maybe. Hard to say with that angle whether he was on. It looked like maybe the line wasn't perfect from Leicester.
Richie's just got to keep going and finishing that and asking a question.
Something's cooking. Something's cooking. Something's
Come on, let's get after it.
Lane.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh, no.
Benticor. Him and Ben Davies went for the same ball. They got outdone here.
Oh,
It's in
no.
behind it.
Thank
Great
you, Ben.
flick. Well done. Who got back there and covered? Ben Davies. Brilliant.
Covering for Pedro Porro there.
I don't understand why he went lunging out of position there in the first place.
True.
Does well. Oh, that's a brilliant piece of skill into their winger.
Is it, what's his name? Is it El Canus? What's his name? The number 11?
Yeah, El Canus, yeah. It's a switch of play. Oh, he turns in. He gets the shot off. Kinski gets behind it. Does well there. Got to watch that from Justin. He can score goals, this guy.
Yeah, he has the tendency to score some crazy goals.
Ben Davies moves it across to Radu.
Ben Davies. Dragon. Kulu. That's much better, Kulu. Benticor.
Good switch of play out to Sonny. Sonny, good control. He's looking good today, Sonny.
Can he find Kulu?
On out wide to Archie Gray. What can Gray do? Goes for the early cross. No one there.
See, sometimes again, that's just like there's no need for that. It's a little bit panicky from us. Yeah. It's a little bit desperate. It's a little bit forced. It's just
you expect that from an 18-year-old, though.
No, you do. That's just that's not even Archie. No, I just think everybody on this team has done that. Everybody from Kulu to Sar to even Benticor. Oh, good pressure, Sar.
Come on, get on.
How have they gotten out of that?
That's
how have they gotten out of that?
Let's speed it up now, Tottenham. Let's quicken it up.
Just like all we need to do is just retain possession there. There's no reason to force a ball into the box where no one is even there.
Porro looking for options. Not a lot of movement, I must say.
Need to relax, rushing. Kind of basically what I'm trying to say. Exactly right. Yeah. This skunk works.
Porro, that's a good ball out to Davies. What can Davies do if he can find a good pass here? Out to Sonny.
Well done, Davis. Benticor. See Bergvall. Someone show for him. Archie into Sonny. Sonny, just get rid of it, man.
That's a free, is it?
Taking a lump out of the back of him.
Give him a yellow. Won't do that again. He can't do that again. Come on, ref, help us out here. You fucked us over against Arsenal and Newcastle with shit decisions. It's a yellow.
He actually kind of landed on the ground pretty hard there.
Petulant for you.
Come on, Dave. Cheer up, says George.
I will once we score on that. No, I'm in good mood today. Look, my GAA team, we're under new management. We absolutely cooked last night. We smashed Fermanagh. which is very unexpected. We look really good, actually. I'm in a really good
Something's
mood.
cooking, something's cooking, something's cooking in Kildare.
It feels like it. See if we can stave off this attack here, though. Leicester in possession. Oh, well done. Let's break here. Let's break here. Kulu. Bergvall, go and support him, man. You got to go and make a run to support him. You just ran away from him.
Oh, Kulu, man. Break for Leicester here.
Such a sloppy turnover after winning it initially.
Canusi gives it away, though. Sar, find Kulu if you can. He should be up that wing.
Oh, my God, Sar, you are pissing me off today.
Why is he going backwards there? I feel like he had Kulu. No reason for him. I mean, what's Bentancur supposed to do with it, man? He's 2 inches from you.
Sar is so far off it. Come on, Spurs.
Good to see you, Ed Martin.
Big up, Martin. Eddie boy. Leicester popping it around here. See if we can try and get a bit of pressure on. It's a good ball in behind. Radu well dealt with. And Porro completes it. Sar onto Bergvall. Oh, my Lord. Radu, just go back to Kinski. What is wrong with him? Just go back to Kinski, let him put it along. It's not difficult.
Everyone's making passing look difficult in this first half.
He is just absolutely panicked there. That doesn't fill me with confidence.
Sir!
Ref, come on now, that's assault.
What is that?
What's he complaining about? What do you expect when you go at him like that with your hands out? Donut. Come on, Tottenham.
Van Nistelrooy wearing the gloves, wearing a
He's a sharp man.
Wearing a, what's it called? A snook, or what's it called?
Turtleneck.
No, like a snood.
Snood.
A snood. And a vest. And an overcoat. Looks colder than Ange. I don't even know if Ange wears the gloves.
Good takedown, Porro. Good ball. Ref, come on now, ref. How many more of these are you going to allow to come through? That's 2 in the space of a minute. He's lost his head. You've got to give him a yellow, ref. He's lost his head. No, that's it. Yeah, wave him backwards. You're not going to book him, you dick. There's 2 tackles in the matter of a minute. He's endangering opponents on the football pitch here. The referee's going, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to book him for that? A simulation? You idiot. Do you ever hear that rule? Idiot.
Oh, good try, Archie. Archie. Again, man, go backwards. Just go backwards, please, lads. Please. Normally, I would never tell us to do that. But it's just please get some passes together. String some passes together.
With how tired we are, we can't keep looking, to take players on when we don't have the legs. You're right. You just got to keep popping the ball around.
See,
just do it with a bit of pace.
Well, also, you just gather a little bit of. You're working harder out of possession than you are in possession. So at least just.
Honestly, I can't believe Rob Jones there, though. When the Spurs player goes, ref, you're not going to book him. That's 2 in a matter of like a minute, if even. And he's gone, oh, what do you want me to do? Book him for that? And it's like accumulation. You know what I mean? Are you a dope? Seriously. It's referee, man. Come on, Spurs. Let's go. Ben Davies onto Sonny. Just go back. You don't need to take that many touches and ride that contact.
Ben Davis into Dragon. Can he
Get
find...
out, Kulu.
Kulu out wide here. Yes, he does. Kulu holding it up. Forced to go backwards to Dragon. Just get rid to Davis. Davis, pick your head up.
We've got to punt it through that midfield. Through that
midfield
get it through there.
There needs someone to try to pick up these spaces in there. Missing maybe a Mattis.
Good ball over the top. Come on, please, Sar. Unlucky.
Good try from Sar.
Oh, you're right, though. When you look at that midfield press coming up behind the forward line, if we can just drop it in over that, we're in.
Just need someone to find those little pockets of space, because I think David. I don't think Dragon is capable of threading the pass there, but Davis is. Davis can. And Bentancur, we know, can. But Bentancur is all on his own, and they have like 4 players blocking up that midfield. They're basically just taking Bentancur out of the game. And as we know, Sarr has not really been able to
Get into the
string
game.
together any passes. So what we're
Hasn't even
missing
got
is
into the game.
someone to really string together. To be fair as well, though, I'd say Bergvall's also not been able to get into the game as much. But it feels like, from what I can tell, that Leicester team, they're really blocking up that midfield. So they're making it very hard on them to...
He's off shortly, ref. Now he's off, definitely.
Sir, yellow card, kicked it away.
Oh, the referee just stand there motion. What do you want me to do?
James Madison with the Supreme hat. I'm not sure. Not sure about that, Jamesy.
Could really do with him out here today.
He's got the full Spurs tracksuit on, and then he's got a Supreme hat. You know, it just seems, just go for the Spurs hat.
I wonder, does Levy find them if they do that? Surely there should be a policy. It's got to be club gear in and around match day.
He's already gone full kit, Dave. You know, might as well just throw in a little Spurs kit, thing in there. Just seems silly.
Bergvall. Gray. Let's up the tempo here for 10-15 minutes. Bentancur onto Radu. Kulu, drop in, look for it. There we go. Get turned. Don't wait an eternity. Brilliant.
Kulu.
There we go. The man
Lovely
mountain's
lad.
moving.
I think Richarlison ran too early there.
Free kick. Well done, ref. We'll have that one. Good decision. He's giving free kicks we're not even calling for now. He's disgraceful.
Would you say the only chance, Dave, has probably been like the Richarlison
shot from
chance?
Sonny and there was a shot from who else?
I'd say Richarlison. Well, Porro, Richarlison, Sonny. Yeah, those are the three chances.
Yeah, that's about it. We're not playing. Look, it was always going to be this sort of game. We were, off the back of Europe fatigue. It was always going to be a bit like this. You just hope that we have enough quality and scrap enough to be able to get the 3 points. That's what this is all about today, just fighting.
Pedro, back post to Richarlison.
Oh, that's not a free out, ref. Don't you dare.
Sonny.
Don't give it blind.
Sonny!
Oh, it's off the bar!
What a curler.
What an effort.
You couldn't tell if that was a cross or a shot, but it worked. Oh my Lord.
So unlucky.
I think it's Dragon with the cross. Good ball! Nearly. Ben Davis, Dragon finding his own center.
Was that Dragoson?
I think so. That's him.
An unbelievable cross. That's better than we've seen from Brendan Johnson all season.
Get Dragon on the wing. What a ball. What a shot from Sonny there. It's hard to tell if it was intentional, but fair play. Goal is coming, says Michael W. And Chopped Liver from earlier. Thank you so much, Chopped Liver. Saying pick up from rainy LA. I'm glad sounds like...
I suppose that's helping the situation
now,
isn't it?
Say, they hate to make light of it, but I bet you guys really do need some rain. And hopefully you're safe. Hopefully your belongings are okay. Hopefully people, your loved ones are okay. I'm glad that you're actually still in LA. It sounds like you didn't have to evacuate or leave or anything. Maybe you did for a couple of days or something, but hopefully you're okay.
Delivery, Richard! Prue! Come on! He's having a baby. He's having a baby. He's doing the ball in the thumb celebration. Congratulations. Come on. Jack, what did he say on social media? It's okay. I'm here now. Come on, Richie.
It's not behind me. I need my Richie kid. Come on, the big Rich.
Oh, please just be on side now. Porro.
Pedro Porro.
Oh, he's way on. He's way on. It's not even a debate. What a finish,
it's a big header, and he slid into the bar as well.
Prue, fucking Prue, baby. Oh, big up, Chopped Liver, though.
That. Come on, Chopped. You were the good luck charm. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much.
Prue, fucking Prue, baby.
Just
Come
what
on.
Richie needed. A little bit of chopped liver for Richie to feed on. Chopped. Love that. Back post. Knocked it in. Come on.
Oh, come on, Richie. Don't worry, I'm here now, and he has stepped up. I love it when you can back it up. I fucking love it.
Pedro, I
Come
think, is one of
on.
the best players of this half. What a cross again from Pedro Porro. He's
It's a
actually,
beautiful cross.
if
But you
anybody,
know what? The endeavor from
anybody,
Richie,
he's
the
the one
timing of
player
the
who's
run.
not been as guilty of giving it away. He's actually played some unbelievable passes today.
Oh,
Sonny
RG,
has just
Sonny.
ruined that man. Who is that? He's just taking his career.
Do you know what, Jack? It's a great delivery from Sonny, but credit to Richarlison, the timing of the run, the endeavor to throw himself at it and get on the end of it. It's so hungry from the striker. I love it.
Absolutely.
The guy can eat he can eat buffet right now. He's that hungry. Come on, Spurs. Let's go. Let's try and get another one now before half-time. Smell it. I can smell this. Got to go after them now.
Coordinator feeding the pigeon. That's all he does, Poro. He's a feeder.
It's Saucedo. When he puts in balls like that, his new name is Sauce.
Delivering sauce. He's delivering he's started his own sauce business, and he's delivering it worldwide.
Sauceroo. Leicester in here, though. It's a shot. It's a good block. It's a good block. If we get a goal kick out of this, we are lucky.
Pedro's
playing them passes. Fuck me. It's a great block by, I think, Ben Davies, actually.
It's Pedro's ketchup. It's Pedro's hot sauce. It's delivering worldwide.
Block. Ben Davies has had a really good game again so far. Fox in the box. You're dead right, Simon. Dead right. Pigeon in the chicken coop. It's a corner kick. Please, Tottenham. Don't undo all your good work.
But yeah, thank you for the support, Chop Liver. Very, very kind of you, sir.
Oh.
And thanks for everybody being in here with us. Smash the like button, please, if you haven't already.
Run them likes up for the pigeon. You got to hit it twice. Prue. Hit it
Come
twice.
on, everybody. 1-0 up. Just what we needed as well.
Jesus, Richie didn't hear that call from Kinski anyway. Nearly got himself knocked out. Can't afford that, Richie.
He's trying to get himself knocked out. He's running into the bar. He's running into the post.
It's another inch finger, Kinski again.
Punch from
you
Kinski.
demon, Kinski. You demon. Come on,
What
more of
punch.
that.
Got a real fist on that one.
It's another one to the back post. Shorty, that's overhit.
Oh, wow.
Well
What a
done.
touch.
Poro, it's another great ball out to Kulu. Just
can you
hold
hold
it.
this up? Just
Ref.
get rid of it, man. Well done. Pedro.
That'll do. Kinski's so short from them set pieces. It's all the pieces of the puzzle coming together now.
Pick it head up. Back post. There it is.
Ah, Bosh.
Just the service that we've been needing all
I love
season.
the way he keeps his neck back. Look at this. He just holds his neck back. Bang. Powering behind it. It's beautiful.
It's his bread and butter. He's very good in the air. It's his bread and butter.
It's beautiful. Le Pigeon.
Le Pigeon. Le Pigeon.
Do you know what? It's two of my favorite mentalities at the club, coming together there. Richarlison and Porro. Two just absolute nutcases. Come on, Porro.
Pedro, you got to deal with it. Well done, lad.
Why is he letting him take it down? The one-on-one rule you're taught from a fucking 4-year-old when you're a defender. Don't let that ball bounce or come down in your box. Go and meet it in the air. He just goes against the basics. Just goes against logic, even. Why would you let the opposing player take the ball down and then go on I don't get it. Decadoba Reed. It's another one in behind. Betico. Come on, Rodri.
Challenge. Bergvall. Lovely ball into Kulu. Kulu, play Bergvall, man.
He's not Lolo anymore. It's Loco. It's El Loco. Oh, it's a deflected effort. Corner kick.
Kulu, play your fellow Swede.
Initially, a great tackle from Benticore back there. You got done way too easy there, by the way, Benticore. He's got to do better than that. Closing shots down. 37 minutes on the board. Another Leicester corner. How can Kinski deal with this one? If they keep putting it in on a 6-yard box, you're going to force them to change at halftime. So just keep dealing with it.
3 things are guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and getting in trouble when you let the ball bounce. That's true. So.
Oh, Lolo's on the ground. El Loco. What's Samari done to him? That's it, ref. Can we have a card here, referee? You're going to keep letting them away with this. Go on.
Sir!
Oh, ref, come on now. That's a yellow. It's two-handed push. I like that shithousery from El Loco, though. It's brilliant. Kinski, don't get involved in that. Just concentrate on the ball. Bentacour's doing your work for you.
Oh, jeez. That was Ben Davis really throwing his body on the line there.
But Kinski there, he's getting involved with Samari when Bentacour's got it covered. Just concentrate on the ball. It's good defending. He's been brilliant today, Ben Davies. Even against Hoffenheim, he was brilliant. Someone even put a comment underneath. They were like, Dave, you're praising Ben Davies. Real recognizes real. I was like, that's a stretch too far.
Real recognizes real. Two OGs.
Oh, if we win, guys.
Oh,
if we
no.
win today, I think
Bergvall looks like he's just been through the war there. It looks like he's seeing stars. Jeez, he didn't look too good after that. Ben Davies and Bergvall did not come out of that very well.
No.
Ben Davies, too, like I said. Definitely.
But they do get a bit of a clatter in the back of the head. That's going to be a sore one there for Bergvall.
Both getting smacked by Wout Face.
They're sore ones, them in the back of the head. Elbow or a head, it stings like shit.
First card will go to us for sure. Yeah, I agree, Irby. How
sure.
has Leicester not been given a card?
I mean, you have Christensen, AU, Samare now. How many more do they want? You know, one player of Tottenham will make a tackle straight. You know it's coming. Do you know what I love about Archie Gray? He hasn't gone and got any flashy haircuts or anything like that. You know, he's just still normal.
You don't think so?
No, that's not a flashy haircut, lad. Neither does Bergvall. I like
full,
that.
like a very well-trimmed mullet.
Is it well trimmed, though?
Yes, he gets it trimmed like... You can see he gets it trimmed every 3 days.
Nah, I don't like that. That's not crazy. That's a normal haircut.
No, he gets that very carefully trimmed. He had it. He even just posted about it the other day.
Like, I'd be concerned if he was coming out and he had a Richarlison hair, dyed hair, you know what I mean? All that. I was like, this kid's lost a run of himself. He's kept it relatively normal, which I'm impressed about. Oh, saucy.
A lovely feed from Bentancur.
Ref, that's a fucking yellow. He's literally dragging down by the back of his jersey.
Then also put his nuts on Richarlison. That's not all right, ref.
Can we have a decision here, ref? Can we have a yellow at least? Has he even booked one of their players yet? No.
Ben Davis. Sonny coming inside. Archie.
Right. Oh, no.
Tried to find...
Take him out, son. Take him out. Take the yellow.
Someone's got to get close.
Oh, well done, Sar.
Find Sonny. Sar, well done,
Sar,
lad.
keep bullying.
Sir!
Oh, play on!
Sir!
Play on! Ref! Fuck me!
How is he not giving a yellow there? Holy nuts!
If he's calling that back, he has to give a yellow. He has to give a yellow if he's calling that back. We were out.
Sir!
Oh, that's naughty.
My lord, ref. How is he not giving that as a
yellow
card?
That's the red.
Set him off. Ball in behind. Great ball. Into Pedro Porro.
Oh!
Tried to catch out the keeper, you naughty man.
So close.
That was actually cheeky. He had Sonny, to be fair, but
it's a great
ball from Radu Dragusin. Oh, yeah, he tried to catch out the keeper.
He tried that against Arsenal, didn't he? He hit the post.
It's a player back in the day who was actually, you know, in a way also a winger that would be nice to have, you know, when he was actually quite good. What was his name? Not Diego Costa, because that was the Chelsea. Was it Douglas Costa?
Yeah.
The Brazilian winger for Bayern. He used to do that. He used to like go for near post a lot, you know, when pretending to go for a cross, and then he would just fire it at the near post, and he would catch out a lot of keepers with it. It's a very funny technique, or a very funny sort of tendency of his.
Skunk works says Sar's like a giraffe falling.
Again, he would be another example of a winger that we'd be kind of needing in a system like this. Just sort of ran out his man, just caused chaos, put balls into the box. Pedro Porro, though, Pedro Porro, I think, is actually, in my opinion, has been the best player in this half.
Fucking hell, Radu.
hard to say. Maybe defensively still leaves sometimes a little bit of worry. But
who told Radu Dragosin he's Pirlo? Honestly, what did he do there? He literally launched it straight back to the mirror. You are, come back out.
Well, he did one nice pass, Dave, so he's got the confidence to play another.
Fucking hell. Yeah, but then someone needs to get their hand around him and say, look, you got away with that. We've never seen you do that before. Take the look you've been given and don't overdo it.
Oh, Richie!
Oh, come on, slide. Unlucky. Lolo, El Loco. Brilliant.
Oh, see you later.
He just doesn't lose the ball.
It's like Tanguy and Dembele almost right there. Some of those step overs and some of those feints.
Didn't want to say it, lad, but you're getting there. You're getting along my lines, lad.
It's disgusting stuff from Rodrigo. Kinski.
Benjamin's turned into Pirlo. At least he could do it. Come on, Sonny.
His agent, Dave, says Skunk Works. Who told him? Touche, Skunk Works. Touche. Who told him? His agent. It's hilarious. Brilliant.
Come on, that's going out. That's our throw-in. Oh, yes, come on, Pedrito. Come on, Sauceroo. Oh,
Sauceroo. No. Australian Pedro Porro, Sauceroo. Sonny. Pedro.
Get over to the other side, son.
Yeah, I got to switch it over to the left here, lads. Probably last chance here, last opportunity to get one. Final minute of added time. Really appreciate all the support coming in, everybody. Yeah, feel free to get your thoughts in at halftime.
Just going to grab a quick drink from the fridge. Get ready for halftime.
Oh, good ball. Well done, Bergvall. Sir! How's he giving a foul there?
Right, ref. Do you know what minute? It's 46. Come on now. Don't be a twat. Yeah, why not? Just invite them to pump it straight back on us there to defend. Why not, you clown? Thank God. Come on. I'll take that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, everybody, we're 1-0 in halftime. I think we spoke about the strategy beforehand. Kind of the game plan has been to sort of go ahead initially in games to try to defend the lead because we end up kind of tiring out in the second. We have a lead to defend. I wouldn't say, maybe we've had a ton of chances this half. We had maybe a couple, maybe a few that we could have done a bit better with. I think Sonny did really well on one of them. Pedro Porro had a good shot at one point. You could say maybe Richarlison could have a brace. He had that one point where he was played in behind. Could have done a little bit better with that. But I'm pretty happy to be 1-0, ahead. Like Dave and I have been saying, it's kind of just getting wins on the board. I don't think we can really be, super picky, we can, of course, talk about what we could be doing better. But, we'll take leads right now. We'll take, winning positions right now. It's not come very often. So, Dave, 1-0 to the good. Ideally, you want to be 2-0 up to, maybe defend the lead a bit easier. But, hopefully we don't tire out too much. Hopefully opportunity presents itself in the second half and Spurs can go on to win this thing. But I am glad we got that goal. And I'm glad that we're going into this half with something to hold on to. It needed to happen because, it leaves you a bit uncomfortable if it were still 0-0 against a team like Leicester at halftime.
No, 100%, but I don't think we should be comfortable 1-0 up either. I still feel a little bit uncomfortable. Look, has the performance been great or as, free-flowing as the first half against Hoffenheim? No. But even at the best of times off the back of Europe, we've struggled this season. There's always going to be that element where you are tired coming into the game on the weekend. But I think we've managed it relatively well. Don't get me wrong, I think if a couple of players could tidy themselves up in possession, Kulu, Sarr, Bergvall to a degree, just tidy up themselves a little bit in possession, retain the ball in this second half, try and stave off that Leicester onslaught. we can definitely get 3 points. Today was always going to be about the fine margin, scrapping to try and get the points over the line. It was always going to be like that. These players are fatigued. A lot of them are on fumes for months. And the ones that are coming back in to alleviate this situation, a lot of them are coming back in way too early, not even sharp. But, the physios are telling them, you've got 45 minutes in you, or you've got 30 minutes or whatever. We're putting them out there for 60, 70. So, we're in this situation now where no one has legs, but we got to try and fight and get points over the line. And to a degree, I think we've done that. I think Bentancur really picked it up the last 10, 15, 20 minutes of that half, and really sort of helped us out to a large degree. Look, don't get me wrong. I would like another goal, Jack. I don't think anyone's sitting here feeling comfortable. I think they're all weary that there's going to be a second half onslaught where we'll probably look to put City in. We're not going to press them high up the pitch. And they're going to pop shots. Look, I will say, I do think Leicester do look like scoring. They are knocking on the door an awful lot. Eventually, it's going to come. So I do think we need a second one to put this to bed. But look, it was never going to be this cohesive, free-flowing football today. We said it all pre-match build-up. We said it all week. So right now we've got something to hang on to, and that's all you can ask for.
No, that's all you can ask for right now. Really appreciate all the support that's coming in. Thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully we're coming across okay to you guys. Feel free to get in your comments. Feel free to get in your opinions on this game. I'm pretty happy to be 1-0 ahead. You could look at maybe some chances that we could have done a bit better with. You can maybe look at maybe some periods that we could have done a bit better, but I still think, at this moment, can't be that picky, really, considering how poor the form is. And this is a huge game for Spurs to try to get back-to-back wins. Artist T. Dave throwing in a super chat right before halftime, saying, I think this will be like Hoffenheim. Leicester will turn up in the next half. They're low in quality, but it looks like they're holding back and tiring us out. Hard to say whether they're holding back. I think they were really stifling us at periods, especially in the midfield. I think they've
got a really good mid-block in there.
I think they've made it tough for us in their Artist T. So I don't know. I can't speak to that. Maybe you've seen something that I haven't picked up on yet when it comes to their own sort of energy levels or their own sort of enthusiasm in this game. But I will say this, a lot of teams just against Ange Postecoglou have, in a way, picked up, a thing or two, in the first half, then kind of used it against us in the second. They kind of put in a different player, make a substitution, quickly to do something maybe a bit different tactically. Because, Dave, you've seen this plenty of times. I think Ange will actually overwhelm, plenty of sides in the first half. But then all of a sudden in the second half, they make a tweak or they make a change, and then we actually get caught off guard by it, or we don't really know how to adjust to it, whatever the reasons. And you could see that happening, to Artist T's point. Like in Hoffenheim, to a degree, maybe did something similar. Maybe they made even their own sort of kind of tweak or their own kind of change, because they were definitely a far better team in the second half than they were in the first half. And it caught us off guard, and we've struggled with it. So there's the danger that Leicester could do the same here.
No, look, 100%. Look, you look at Bergvall, Gray, Richarlison, who's only back, Son, Kulu. How much energy did they have for the second half of football? It's a huge concern, and I think we got to take that into account. The same with Pedro Porro. The energy levels ain't going to be there. But what we can't do is just sit off them in good crossing positions and allow them to cross it like we done with Hoffenheim. We spoke about before the game. They like to cross the ball. They like to put the ball in the box. In the second half, we just sat off and said, put it in the box all day long, and it come back to our detriment because we don't have the best of players to be dealing with these situations. So what we do need is we need the winger or the fullback to get out and try and put pressure on that cross, if we can, to stop them balls coming in and that. But I would also argue if a few players tidied up their performance a little bit, we might even be surprised in the second half in terms of we might be able to keep the ball popping around. That's what I would like to see us do rather than sit back and drop in. It's not a game that we were good at under Jose Mourinho, Nuno, Conte, and we're definitely not good enough to do it underneath Ange Postecoglou. So there are other ways around it where if we can just keep possession and not be as panicked, because I think against Hoffenheim we created a lot of our own problems. We just started ballooning that ball long, Austin getting the ball, claiming it, launching it long, people going on Hail Mary runs. If we're tired, keep the ball, keep possession, because if you're giving it back to them, all you're doing, people think, out of possession, it's not training. It's when you suffer the most out of possession. It's where you tire the most out of possession shuffling. So look, let's wait and see what happens. But it's a big half of football. We're in the ascendancy, and we got to try and make this count. We cannot afford to sit back like we did against Hoffenheim. I do think Leicester have better players going forward and probably will punish us. So we have to try something a little bit different than what we did against Hoffenheim. But to RST's point, I would argue, I do think Leicester have been the fresher team. They look at them, I think they've put in a lot more energy. They're running around a lot more. I'd argue probably had a lot more possession, and they're trying to get aggressive with us. We've done well in the first half to counter that.
Let's get some of the members' comments. Skunkwork saying, "I will take it. We can just run this one out. Maybe squeeze a second and preserve some energy." Some people feel that way for sure. I think Skunkworks, that's the way it's going. Belgian Hotspur saying, "We need one more, lads. All
Yeah,
things considered, though, we have played okay." Shawnee Maddox saying, "We have been fine, but we need a lot more. I want to see what Mikey can do later in this game. We can't play Kulu another 90 minutes."
yeah,
Shem Tan saying, "Good half. Leicester had the ball a lot, but didn't create so much in this game. We've been getting better, especially before the goal. So need a strong second half." I'd agree, Shem. I think we kind of started to warm up into the game. I think Leicester started a lot better than us, but I think we then started
yeah,
to take more and more momentum from it. And then Jerome, thank you for the support, Artist G. And then Jerome saying, "Very tired display, and I will take the 1-0 at halftime." Same here, Jerome. We need to stop taking those. We need to stop making those silly passes at the back. I think
yeah,
he's probably alluding to maybe sometimes, Dragishin, kind of, getting it launched. There have been other times where we kind
yeah,
of just playing ourselves into trouble. Seen Sarr make some sloppy passes. Ben Davis, like, I think he's been really good defensively, but maybe in possession hasn't been able to pick out the passes that I know he can from the back line. So he is kind of right to a degree, Jerome. We have been a little bit sloppy sometimes just in possession and just
yeah.
giving it away kind of unnecessarily, like going for big hero passes, big quarterback passes that can be a bit unnecessary. The only guy that I think has really done it has been Pedro Porro to any sort of avail.
Yeah, but these are simple things to rectify. We all know Radu Dragsson isn't good enough to be playing them passes. All the players have to say to him is, look, hold it, suck them in, give it back to Kinski, let him go with it. He can do it. Let him do it. You know what I mean? Simple things that we can sort out. Give it to players that have a chance of making it a lot more accurate. But these Hail Mary passes, all you're doing is giving it straight back to them and say, come on back at us. You can't keep doing that because eventually, the dam's going
Mhm.
to break. Eventually, they will get that bit of luck. We've seen in football, Jack, and we are look with referees. They're looking to give anything against us. So, we we can't afford to be giving away sloppy possession. It's been a big part of our problem in second half of games. Yes, okay, if we can't make them lung busting free flowing football, fine. But then just drop in, control the ball,
Yeah.
little 5-10 yard passes, little triangles, keep possession. Big up, Jerome. You're absolutely spot on with that, my man.
And then Stevie Frazier, thank you, Jerome, for the support. Stevie Frazier saying, "We've been okay, lads. 6.78666 out of 10. Skunkwork saying, "To dare is to always need another goal."
Yeah.
Woodsy Hotspur saying, "Leicester have had 8 days off, right? Second half onslaught incoming." Oh, Woodsy, don't tell me, man. Don't tell me that sort of stuff. You're too researched. You're too well researched. Absolute Bore saying, "Can't imagine skippingly playing against us."
Well, if you're looking to chase a game, it's not the substitution you're going to make to get them back in the game, is it? So yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether he makes the pitch. To be honest, I don't really care. I'd rather the Spurs players be brought off near the end of the game anyway and off the pitch because I just have a feeling one of them's going to pop up with like a 30-yarder nestled into the top bins and ruin our day. So, I don't want them on the pitch.
I
Big
will
up,
say,
absolute bar.
yeah, thank you for the support, Absolute Bore. I mean, Leicester had a lot of possession, but I think might have been Shem Tan or someone, one of the members said something to this, point, Dave, that Leicester did have a lot of possession, but I wouldn't say they really have created necessarily a whole lot with that possession. It's just been us kind of just frustratingly kind of giving it away and then just having to work
Yeah.
hard to get it back or just waiting for Leicester to eventually give it away themselves. But they haven't really knocked on the door, as much as they probably could have, considering the times that we have given it away, considering the areas that we turned it over in. So we're kind of, I don't know, maybe we're lucky or just kind of speaks to Leicester just maybe not being good enough to take advantage of that. I'm not sure what it is. It also maybe, credit to us for defending it, at times being able to defend well enough when we have, conceded possession and we have allowed Leicester to have that much possession. But yeah, something to think about for later
Yeah.
on. And Winks, hasn't had that much influence. Like it's very hard to even think of any Leicester player that's caused us that much trouble really in this game. It's just been maybe more Spurs that have been kind of maybe their own worst enemy kind of in this. But 1-0 to the good. I think we'll take, this position. That's the only thing I'd say maybe is a big theme of this last half is just maybe giving away possession a bit more than you would like, considering we are a team that's already very tired. We could be
Yeah.
doing ourselves a favor by just, yeah, no need to always go for these big, launches, these big sort of, diagonals and stuff like that if we're not going to pull them off, because then we're just forcing ourselves to have to track
Yeah.
back, work harder. Ian Hennessy, welcome to the Flat Cap Army. Thank you, Ian. Thank you for the support, my
I think
friend.
he
Really do
said it.
appreciate it.
I think he said up above it he loves the commentary. Well, I really appreciate that, Ian. Thank you.
That's very kind of you, and hopefully people have enjoyed the commentary. Hopefully people have enjoyed the watch along today. We're just getting ready to go into the second half here.
Come on.
And
Come on,
I don't
Tottenham.
really know if there needs to be any substitutions or anything like that. I agree with Shawnee Maddox. Maybe if someone like Mikey Moore could come on at some stage, but I'm not
What
too
I-
sure, Dave, if you would make any immediate substitutions in this game.
No, look, I'll be very surprised if you see any immediate substitutions. But what I will say is, if we're clearly struggling in terms of energy and effort, what Ange can't keep doing when, because I do feel like us fans sense it before the manager at times where we're sitting here, make a sub, we know what's coming. And it's almost like he waits till they scores before he ends up making that substitution. And that's happened a number of times this season. And Shawnee's, this is where I do agree with Sean. All it says he came off the bench the other day, Jack. He got on the ball. He was able to link up with others, 1-2s. He had a lot of movement in him. And he got us up the pitch. He relieved some of that pressure for a period of time. Look, Will Lancashire, to a degree, was god-awful when he came on the other night. He didn't really present himself as an out option. Didn't really hold anything up. But Mikey Moore was also brilliant off the bench. So if I'm Postecoglou, I think he's got to recognise that and turn to the bench quicker today, Jack. What we can't do is what we've done in games before, where we just keep it coming, and they're just like the warning signs are there, and then all of a sudden they score, and then you see the scoreboard coming up. It's too late today. You've got to be proactive with the substitutions, Ange.
Yeah, 100%. Absolute Boris saying Skip is Spurs. Yeah, I think maybe we misinterpreted the comment, man. But no, I actually had a
no. We know Skip is Spurs. We know that he's a former Spurs player. But no, like what I'm saying is I don't want to see him on the pitch today because I just feel like him or Harry Winks, who's also a former Spurs player, I just feel like they have that motivation and have a banger in them today. So I want them off the pitch before it gets to that situation.
And they're comfortable here for the most part, right, as well. Thank you for the support, by the way, everybody, at this halftime. Really do appreciate it. Ian Hennessy saying, I'm a new member, and I've always loved your passion for our club. This is the channel for Tottenham supporters. Wow, Ian, that's very, very kind. It's almost like you're my mother or something like that, Ian. Very, very kind of you. Very kind endorsement, sir.
Who's
very,
paid
very
you, Ian?
Yeah, check is in the mail.
Really do appreciate it, though, buddy.
Very kind of you, sir. Very, very kind. And commentary has been terrible, says Shem. Not enough Dave or Jack laughing at this or trademark sirs. Actually,
do you know what it is?
Not enough sirs this half. Considering too, a lot of people made the point. Leicester, right? They should have a yellow card. Have they been given a yellow card?
I don't think so. I'll check that one, but I don't think they have.
That was hilarious, Shem. That's hilarious. Terrible. Yeah, Ian, this is actually the worst one. It actually only gets better. Card, I do not think Sarr will have a better second half. I'm okay with him leaving. A lot of people have been really critical of Sarr. I think we've gone a little bit over. I mean, just me. But I do think he's had a bad first half. Don't get me wrong, but I think we've gone a little bit overboard on Sarr sometimes in this game, just because he is just coming back from a knock in the last, sort of training session. I think he really had to rush himself back for this game, and he has been at times, one of the better players. He had that one period this year where he's one of our better players this year. Even last season, one of our most consistent players. So I think we're being a little harsh on the guy.
He looks fired up this half. It looks like he might have got a bit of a rollicking.
He was poor though.
Like a madman. Look, he was absolutely poor, but I think for most of this season, I think he's been one of our best midfielders actually. And I think you can't really go into away games without him most of the time. I think let's not go over the top. Don't get me wrong, he's been poor today, but he's not a poor player. Oh no, Leicester in behind it. Oh Lord, no! How the fuck has that gone through two of them?
Are you serious?
How has that gone through two of them? That's disgraceful.
We can't even go 1 minute.
That's disgraceful. How the fuck has that gone through?
Can't even go 1 minute. Are you actually kidding?
Is that between Kinski and Dragosin? He was behind both of them. How's that gone all the way through?
Can't even go 1 minute.
Are we taking the piss?
That's Ribsy. So fucking true, man. Oh, Bentancur misses the tackle there. Then they just go. Oh, 3 players taken out by that pass. How have Kinski, man, and Kinski, dude? What are you doing, Kinski?
Oh no. It's just a blunder. It's an absolute blunder.
Kinski, man, what are you doing, bro?
Oh.
Davies should be able to clear that, but then Kinski, how is he not getting to that?
Right
Davies should
after the
be. Oh
break.
my! He gets a hand to it as well, Kinski. He gets a hand to it. There's no excuse then.
It's not good enough from anybody. From Bentancur missing that challenge, from fucking Davies coming across to cover the cross, from Kinski. It's not good enough from any of them. Kinski takes the most blame, though. He's the goalkeeper. He's got to claim that. It's just poor, man. Why do we do this to ourselves?
Jeez. 1 minute. Fucking hell, lads. 1 minute. We're not even but the half the fan, like more than half the stadium, isn't even back from their drinks, from their pies.
Even the Leicester fans aren't
Even the
back yet.
Leicester
They've missed
fans
the
aren't
goal.
even back in the stadium yet. Fucking hell.
Everyone's shell shocked. No one can believe what's after happening.
Oh my gosh. Just when we went into we were as well, we were trying to sort of calm the storm, try to be as balanced as we could be at halftime. Fucking hell. What a kick in the nuts. What a kick in the stomach.
As
Come on, boys. Gotta wake up here. Gotta get the second now. They can't let us have one comfortable moment, says B-Scar.
No. Not one.
To everyone who jinxed that, hope you're happy. I don't think we were trying to jinx it, Ed. It feels that way with Spurs, though. It feels like you're the one to blame sometimes. You start blaming yourself for putting them in this position. Sebastian F. saying Vardy antics as always. It's always Vardy. Rebsy is right. It's always fucking Vardy. Actually, before it was always Madison, too. It was always Madison that used to score against us. Oh, Ben Davies. Oh,
you can see this coming. You can see what's coming, can't you? You can see what's coming.
Well done. Come on, Barracks. Find Richie. Richie, get him behind.
He's on now. Play him.
Oh, no.
Oh, you can see
pass from Bergvall.
You can see what's coming. We are rattled.
Need real leaders here. Richie, man, you got to make the right movement there, son. Got to come towards the ball, Rich.
We are all over the ball, man. It's 4 or 5 misplaced passes, and another one's coming.
El Canusi. Oh, my Lord. Fuck off.
God.
Fuck off.
Oh, my God.
Spurs.
We've took our foot completely off the gas. Spurs. That's our own fault. Bergvall with a shit pass backwards. Ben Davies fucking with not being able to collect the pass. Fucking, I think it was either Ben. I think it was Ben Porro there with a shit pass to Bentancur. You can see what's coming. As soon as the one with Ben Davies, I knew what was coming. I said it. You know what's coming. You can see it. Error after error after error, and all of a sudden, all of our good work is completely
just when we were trying not to lose our head, trying to go into halftime fucking positive.
You've done this to yourself. Look at this from Porro.
Fucking positive. We're 5 minutes.
We're just after conceding. We're just after conceding, and he dribbles a pass into Bentancur there. It's absolutely fucking shocking. And it'd be nice if Davies or Dragusin could come out and close down the shot as well. That'd be nice instead of standing there like a fucking statue. Look at that.
No one even going towards the ball. No one even closing down the shot. No one. 5 minutes in.
Everything undone. And it's all, what drives me mad, Jack, is you've just conceded a goal. You think that wakes people up, sharpens them up a little, and we go and hit 3 misplaced passes that build up to that goal. And Porro's pass sums it up. Oh, just a nice little nonchalant flick inside. I
feel like I've just been fucking punched in the face.
Yeah.
Honestly. Hopefully people think a stream might have gotten down for a half a sec. I think it's still on, though. Can you hear me okay, Dave?
Oh, we're back?
Yep. Sorry, I think, I might have.
Oh, good.
I don't know. Maybe the stream just sort of lagged for a second there. Hopefully everybody's all right. Hopefully everything can hear me. Dave, I was just saying, though, everything we said at halftime, honestly, just if someone go back, clip it up, edit it out, throw it in the fucking dumpster, dude. Everything we said at halftime. Everything. Just throw it in the dumpster. I feel like I'm punched in the face here. I feel like honestly, it's like they're taking the mick out of us. Seriously, it's
The
so.
complacency is unbelievable.
I tried to be as well. Like, I'm trying to be fucking balanced and positive and everything. Like, seriously, I'm literally my expectations for this Spurs team are so fucking low. Like, I'm not even trying to criticize
Yeah,
even small things at halftime. I'm saying I'm happy to be 1-0 up. At the end of the day, we'll take it. And in 5 minutes in, we're 2 goals conceded. 2 goals conceded within
yeah.
5 minutes.
And it's all off our own doing, by the way. It's all just being sloppy, starting slow, nonchalant. You know what I mean? It's absolutely unbelievable. Regulon's coming on here.
Might as well just honestly take everything we said at halftime and just delete it because
He needs to get a
it's
change
all
in that midfield.
pointless.
The legs in that midfield is gone.
I feel like, oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no.
It feels like Kulu,
Don't
just
you
please
dare
get
do
rid of
that.
it, man.
Poro,
Poro.
you fucking idiot. Has he not learned? Has he just not learned from the goal he just gave away?
Kulu, man. Just
Someone
find
make a
somebody,
run.
man. Pick your head up, dude. And Richarlison as well. A couple of times. He's not dropping deep, Richarlison, man. Quit running in behind. Drop deep. Pick up the ball.
Mikey Moore and Regulon coming on.
Scooter React saying, hey, David Jack, I hate getting up at 3 a.m. on a Monday morning to watch an football. I mean, especially on a Monday morning, dude. I mean, it's these Sunday games, right? And then for you Australians, it can be quite rough, when it's a Monday morning like this. I don't blame you, man. But what I'm tired is just having to just sort of do all that analysis, where you're looking at the game and, like we're judging it based off what we've seen. And like I sort of was saying, at this moment in time, Spurs are in terrible run of form. So I'm not going to try to judge them as if they're a team that's Liverpool standards or anything. I was sort of saying, I'm happy to be 1-0 up. Yes, there are things we could do a bit better, but we've done what we needed to do. Get a lead, going into halftime. And we've literally wasted it in not even 5 minutes. It was actually 4 minutes and like 40 seconds in, and we're 2 goals down. Insane.
It's just
Absolutely insane.
disgraceful. It's just, and Paro, if he keeps taking that risk of putting the ball straight into their player in their turn, I'm going to go and get a hold of him myself. He is pissing me off now. He's really starting to grind my gears. He nearly gave away one just a minute ago again, kicking it straight off them. Just loose, lazy, fucking arrogant. Do something better.
Hey, is he
Poro.
taking Richarlison off?
Yo, he's not fit, Jack. He's just not fit.
He's not fit for 60 minutes even. Regulon on Mikey Moore.
Papa Matsar came off as well, so how fit was he?
I mean, I just criticized Richie, but I don't know about taking Richie off. Maybe he isn't fit. Maybe you're right. Maybe he does have to be careful. I don't know, though. It seems like we need someone like Richie. He's the only reason we scored that goal. Pedro Porro and him.
Paul Markey with the super chat says, I say it, if no one else will, Kinski is not a good goalkeeper. Austin is better yet.
I mean, here's the thing, Paul. I didn't jump on the train as quickly as a lot of people, I think, jump very quickly to say that Kinski's better than Vicario. And I held my tongue on that and think a lot of people didn't notice that just because a part of it has to do with saving shots. And Vicario, in my opinion, is one of the better shot stoppers around. And Kinski, I didn't think automatically is just going to be better than him when it comes to shot stopping. And I think we're starting to see that.
Do you know what I'd argue,
Paul Markey? Could be better
with
his feet, but not better shot stopper. Sorry, David, keep cutting across.
No, I was going to say I'd argue Paul Markey. Kinski probably could have got a hand to both of them goals, to be fair. I even think the one from outside the box, I think it's not right into the corner. I think maybe people might say it's harsh. I think he could have got a hand to it as well.
Yeah.
I think Vicario
and North London Derby, Dave. Sorry. I don't know. Maybe
No.
I'm a little bit behind you. Sorry.
No, go on.
I was saying North London Derby, the Trossard goal should have been able to save to Paul Markey. So he's not made any spectacular saves to keep us in games. It's been more the opposite.
You can't lose that. I genuinely can't believe this.
Embarrassing yet again, says Greeny.
They've scored 2 goals in their last 7 and they popped in 2 here today. All off our own doing, by the way. If it was great play, I'd understand, but it's all off our own doing.
Alfred Oscarson saying, I'm out. This is like a relationship where you know it's ending, but you stay with it for some weird
Yeah,
reason.
yeah,
I'm done for it
yeah.
now. Love you guys. Alfred, don't leave us, but if you want to leave Spurs, I understand for now. Take a break. Go on a vacation from Spurs.
Levy Towers, get Ange out. Please can't watch Levy FC anymore.
Feel free to join us for big upstreams then, Alfred. You know, just talk about live talk. Oh, Kulu's in behind here. Kulu.
No.
Oh, get there, Mikey. Kulu. Oh, lovely touch, Pedro. Kulu, again. Get rid of it, man. Pedro. Good ball. Oh, Kulu. Ah, fuck. Gray. Oh, Dave.
I've no enthusiasm left for
I
this
don't know
game,
why I
Jack. It's
even got.
killed
I'm
me.
surprised I even did get worked up. I'm surprising myself there. I mean, when it's still early enough in the game, you know, there's still plenty of time to try to get back into it. But damn,
Obviously, I want us to get back into it, but it's now up to them to get me back behind them for
yeah,
this
no,
game. I was up for this game. They fucked me off. You know, the 2 goals are just off the back of our own doing. It's like and we speak about this, staying sharp, staying switched on. We spoke about at half time. You know, don't do anything stupid. Keep possession. Be tidy. What did it do? Erratic in possession. Lose the ball. 3, 4 sloppy passes. It's fucking not on. This is the basics of football, man.
a lot of people in the chat, Dave, by the way, were saying that the fans have been booing that sub for Charleston. Just pointing it out, I guess. I think they're just pointing it out. New Zealander Jack, Scooter reacts very much. My apologies, Scooter. Put me in the sin bin. 10 minutes. If I did that to Eddie, he would probably not speak to me for a week. Give me a yellow card, Scooter. Sorry about that, sir. And Levy Towers saying, get Ange out, please. Can't watch Levy FC anymore. Listen, man, I've defended Ange a lot, but like Dave and I've been saying, you know, you just each of these games that goes on, you know, even if you're Ange in, Ange out, like it's just the record is just so atrocious that it just comes down to winning games, and he needs to win this game, Ange Postecoglou, and he's now conceded. Not like it was him that conceded the goals, but his team has now conceded 2 goals in less than 5 minutes after being a goal ahead. And to be frank, as much as I was like trying to be balanced and positive about that first half, I don't think we played amazing or anything in the first half. I don't think we were, you know, playing liquid football. I think we actually probably played much better against Hoffenheim in that first half against Hoffenheim than we did in this one. And you know, it's not good news for Ange. It really isn't, man. You can't be losing to Leicester. You just can't at home as well. At home.
It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. We spoke about before the game, Jack. All the relegation teams, you know, if you're not picking up points against them, the writing's on the wall. It's inevitable. We got to try and win this game. We have to win this game.
Where are we supposed? What can't we? You can't build. You can't build like a on from here. Like you can't build for the rest of the season if you're losing to fucking Leicester at home.
No.
It's hard to like get, even as a fan, it's hard to get yourself even up for the next games after this if you're fucking losing to Leicester at home. Makes it very difficult to believe in this team. That's why you've been seeing in the chat, Levy Towers, people are like, I'm fucked off.
Yeah, everyone is, and everyone's every right to be. It's not like Leicester have done anything great. They just put a bit of pressure on us, and you know, even that second goal, what's Bergvall doing, ballooning that ball backwards when he's already made the effort to get up the field? It's just some of the things are mind-boggling that we do that I just don't understand, man. We just create our own problems. We're so naive at times. If Porro has a shot here, seriously.
Ah! Off the bar! Oh my lord.
Unlucky.
I think it took off of Vardy.
Oh,
it was definitely headed towards goals anyway.
Oh, come on, Spurs. Let's try and get something out of this, please. I just can't keep losing games of football, man.
You guys relaxing lyrical on Porro in the first half, says Ben Jones. I mean, I think he had a good first half, and now he's had a shocker of a second half. It's not rocket science, man.
Yeah, you can like you
You can
can
have two
only judge
separate
what's out
halves.
there. He
It's
did have
it's
a good first half. Second half, he's come out and he's been atrocious.
called being in the present.
Kulu, man, he keeps giving away the ball. Was that Bergval? Well done, Bergval. Sonny, on
Sonny,
to more.
I've left it short. Left it short.
Oh, we're in trouble here.
Sonny's
Oh,
tracking
we're in big
back.
trouble here. Someone's got to take a card.
Sonny tried to.
Well done, Dragoson. What a capitulation this half. What a capitulation.
Paul Marquez followed up here saying this team couldn't score in a brothel. I mean, we've been saying that for months,
Yeah.
haven't we, Paul? I mean, what's even? Can you come up with a better analogy than that? Because I don't even know if that analogy does how bad we've been in front of goal this season justice. And he's saying they are making Winks look like a maestro.
Yeah.
It's pathetic, man. It's really pathetic. But no, that's like the biggest issue with this team this whole season, man. Has just been just the finishing. And I mean, even Richarlison, as much as he scored, that great header, he did have that chance in behind there, which I think he should just been able to put away. And there, you could say there were some others that we could have done a little bit better with.
We've hit the bar in the post a few times today as well.
Yeah. Oh, good ball from Kulu.
Everything we do is just over hit or under hit or
that's also something of a
it's
constant.
absolutely everything we do is just an inch off or an inch over. It is wrecking my head.
That's also been a theme this season.
Bergval, just pass it. Just fucking pass the ball forward. You got 3 runners. What are you even trying to do, man? We just make some stupid errors sometimes.
I must be a goddamn masochist, says Paul Van. That's sometimes I'm thinking that as well. It's just, what are we even like? How do we sign ourselves up for this? Like, Spurs find a way to outdo themselves on such a regular basis. And even as well, like I said, during this game, my expectations right now for Spurs are so goddamn low, and they are still finding ways to go beneath them. Oh, lovely play. Sonny into Mikey, into Kulu. Oh, we've still made that look hard.
Just go back, Kulu.
Pedro, whip it in, man. First time. Bergval. No, Pedro, you need to cross that, lad. You need to cross. You're in a good area.
See what I mean? We're just so crap going forward. We were actually just so fucking crap going forward. I'm fed up with watching it going forward. I am absolutely had it up to here. It's supposed to be what's enjoyable about football. We make it look so difficult. Guys, don't start pissing around with it at the back.
Sorry, I am cursing so much, everybody. I guess, like you're saying, it's bad if that's the case. Oh, Pedro, lovely stuff.
Mikey Moore's back post, you greedy fucker. Don't throw your hands up. Don't throw your hands up, you greedy fucker. You greedy little fucker.
Oh my God,
He's
man.
got to put that across all day long.
You have 4 players you could slide that to, lad.
I don't believe it. I don't believe he's just gone for that. This is our problem. This is our big problem. Too many heroes. Too many people that want to be the heroes. Want to go on these big mad runs. Taking the ball into trouble all the time. Taking these shots from shit angles. Too many fucking heroes. Haul him off for that. I would haul him off for that right now. We are losing the game. We are losing the game and he's gone for that.
You've already tried it this game as well, man. Like, you already tried it. You think the keeper's stupid or something? Like, geez, man. Especially now, of all times.
When you're losing a game and someone tries to be the hero, there is nothing worse. Because you know what that shows to me, Jack? You're not a team player. You are all about yourself.
Skunkwork says, if I hear the commentator say again, it's a bit short.
I swear, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Skunkworks. It's exactly how I feel, lad. Every time.
Herbie hurts feelings just spamming the keyboard at Poro. That might have been one of the most infuriating things I've seen a Spurs player do in a while. Even despite defensive mistakes and defensive errors, I'm not kidding. That's just almost unforgivable what Boro's just done.
It's greedy. It's greedy. It's look at me. I want to be the hero.
Lovely stuff,
No
Bergvall.
time for that. Again, just can't get the pass off. We just can't do it. We just can't do it. We're incapable.
Mary McGee, for my own sanity, I'm just going to finish this season early. I'm done.
Don't blame you.
Chopped Liver saying, forget about the Cups. We're deep in a relegation battle. I'm not confident. Says Chopped Liver. Sean Maddox saying, Dave, he hasn't even won possession at this point. Who are we talking about again, Sean? Maybe Poro. Ian Hennessy saying, this is Tottenham all the time at the moment, but for years when we have had bad league form, win a trophy, let's think about our past, please.
Another one yet again that's just overhit. I feel like I'm in the middle of a social experiment. I really do.
K32, good to see you. I'm not sure if I said hello to you today. Good to see you, K32. Not under these circumstances, though.
I'm dead inside when it comes to this football club now. I'm just dead inside.
Poro better become the postman, says Skunkworks.
Yeah. It's just coming to the point where it's just draining every bit of life out of me watching us play football now. It's draining any bit of joy, any bit of life, any good mood. I mean, it's just draining me now. It really is draining me.
Moondog saying, I've turned it off. Can't watch no more of this show.
I don't blame you. We're not. Look,
especially, isn't Moondog under the weather right now? Isn't he under the weather right now as well?
Yeah, he's not well. He's sick.
I'm sorry, Moondog. If you're not feeling well as well, man, turn this off. This is not what the doctor recommends. Trust me.
We've been here before. We'll try, we'll huff, we'll puff, we'll play all these balls, and every one of them be under hit or too far left, too far right. We ain't coming back. We've been here way too many times before. I just have no belief in it.
Moondog,
once we go behind in games, that's it. We're done.
This should come with like an 18+ rating. Having to watch Tottenham Hotspur, it's just not. It kills brain cells, man. It's not good for you.
Oh, we've got two players there and we're ballooning it like that.
Feels like drinking is healthier than fucking watching Tottenham Hotspur. Tartan Spurs saying lack of professionalism, lack of care on the ball.
Yeah.
I generally cannot see any patterns of play or clear idea what we are actually trying to do. What's scary, Tartan, is on that last point, and I'll let Dave take the other part, but on that last point, that was something I was saying a few games ago, which is just, to be honest, as much as I was, again, trying to be positive, trying to be balanced in that first half, I'd still say to a degree that was kind of true in the first half against Leicester. It wasn't really like a sense of, again, like, we have real idea of what we're trying to do with it, what we're trying to do to try to break teams down. It feels like lots of times it's just kind of a bit of individual. It's not like we're really that brilliant or anything, but, we rely on just someone kind of just doing something a bit more individual, thinking outside the box, just doing something more on their own. It's not really like the system that's really been creating really good chances for us. I feel like in the last couple of weeks or so, it feels that way. It just feels like the system isn't generating the same plethora of chances as we have in others. And then Davey's just saying lack of professionalism, lack of care on the ball. I mean,
and this is what drives me mad. I spoke about a half-time, Jack. What can we not do that we done against Hoffenheim? Give away possession. What did we do? Straight away, give away possession. It's mind-boggling. In fact, I'm going to start saying at half-time, give away possession, and they won't do it.
Spot on, Tartan Spurs. Spot on, man. That's a very good, very, very good comment.
Another one.
Appreciate the support, by the way, as well. Thank you for the support, guys. Pedro.
I don't even get excited. It's not going to happen.
Surprising myself that I am each time. Fat Tony.
I can't get excited because I just know there's such a lack of quality, and we wouldn't finish our dinner, Jack. Honestly, I just don't get excited anymore with us going forward. I'm drained, and when that happens, I'm done. Done with Tottenham now this season. They can fuck off. They've ruined it.
I mean, it really is, and this is incredible to be saying this. It really is looking like a sub 40-point season. It's looking like a season where we actually could finish with less than 40 points, which is just absolutely bonkers. But Fat Tony, good to see you. Reggi's hair is diabolical. Yeah, the guy's got to get it fixed. He's got to head to Turkey. Moondog saying players out, Levy out, Ange out, F this. I think pretty
This whole
much a
club.
large percentage of the Spurs population.
Lange
will
out
be
as
agreeing
well.
with
Did
that.
he add Lange out to that?
Yeah, he said players out,
Yeah.
Ange out, Levy out. Some people might switch up the order of that, Moondog, but I think everyone would agree, man. Everyone.
Everyone's getting to that point. It doesn't matter who you are. Everyone's getting to that point. Oh, fuck me. Pedro Porro can't even get under control now.
Paul Connor, good to see you, man.
Good to see you, Paul. Hopefully you're keeping well, man.
Haven't seen you in the last couple of fan shows, so hopefully you're doing okay.
Where's Brad Matthews been as well, by the way?
Yeah, fuck. I forgot to hit up Brad.
Don't. How is... Hey, please.
Where the hell are the signings, says Paul Connor. That's a question, a $1 million question, Paul.
Has this referee even booked a Leicester player yet? They've took out Son. I don't know how many times in the second half. Mikey Moore, you know, they've took out other players. Has he even booked? I need to check, because if he hasn't, this referee's a prick. Oh, okay, 2. That's fine.
Well, I don't know if the Ange Ball sweater worked today, Dave, as much as we're trying to right the wrongs.
I know. I think I'm going to have to change my top, Jack. I'm going to have to find something a little bit different. It's not working.
Oh, it wouldn't matter. Maybe a new manager. But Mikey Moore. Bit of Mike Sauce. Gets in there.
No one there to challenge.
Reggie,
Oh,
you have Mikey out wide, lad.
Are we blind? Are we playing with Ray Charles?
Reggie. Kulu. Falls to Sonny.
It just does. It never falls. It never falls. Oh, nothing ever falls. It's all huffing and puffing and hooing and harring, whooping and wallering. It just never falls our way. Moondog says, why Ange Clown just standing looking at this shit? I mean, at some point, he's just got to turn to the bench, bring on some of the youngsters, see if they can fucking do that. And Moondog, what we're doing ain't working. It's just not working, lad.
All right.
So we're playing rugby now, I guess. Sorry.
Harry Winks dying for the fucking Leicester City badge.
He wouldn't do that at Tottenham. Never
wouldn't
once
even do that for
Tottenham.
Spurs. Wouldn't even do that at Spurs. Fucking prick.
Oh, how long are they going? Honestly, I've seen more of their physios this half than action.
Never seen Harry Winks. Oh my god, I'm not gonna lose it with him. I have much better things to be losing my mind with the Spurs team. But seriously, that's actually getting me fucking livid. Like the fact that I've never even seen him commit that much to a tackle of Spurs, his so-called boyhood club.
Ref, there's nothing wrong with this guy. They're just doing that so they can get their subs on. Come on, the fuck. Be wise here. Physios would be more on the pitch than fucking any Tottenham player. Come on. Cyprus Spurs is a 40-year supporter. Tottenham, this is the worst I've seen it. It's bad. It's really bad. Matthew says this ref is pathetic. George says last 20 minutes is all junk time, dark arts. 100%. But you know what? He just even going forward, I've lost the will to live. We're so bad. You know, we play these balls. It never falls to our players. It's over. It's just so bad. There's no accuracy in anything we're doing. It's getting to the point where I think people are just punting balls through just out of pure hope. You know?
10 minutes. 14 minutes, sorry. I wish it were 10. Fan show tomorrow, everybody. Fan cams as well. Send them in. Send them in early if you can. Send them in early if you can, because I might have to go into hibernation.
To be honest, Jack, I think we just
might
go
need to
into
go into the
hibernation for a
mountains.
day as soon as this game is done.
I might need
Honestly,
to go
I think
into
we
the
just
forest
do it.
and scream.
Yeah, that's the right way to go, Jack.
So please, everybody, just send in the fan cams early. Just out of, sorry to be selfish here, but I think I need to shove my face in something. Pedro, Bergval, Bentoncourt, Region.
Don't
Put
shoot.
it in the
Don't even
box,
dare.
Regs. Put it in the box, man.
No one there. Sonny's got a gamble. It's a great fucking ball. Sonny's standing there. He's got. This is why Son's never a striker. It's why he's never a striker. That's actually a really good ball. Sonny stood there. Look, why has he not gambled? He's already ahead of him. He's pulled back. Another corner. That's just cleared. Everything we do is just pathetic at this point. I'm hurting, man. I'm really hurting. You're not stopping the time, ref. Don't give me this bollocks. I'm stopping. You're the fucking not. Tell the pussy to get up off the fucking ground and play football. It's a contact sport. You're turning it into fucking basketball. You're a shit, ref. Holy fuck. And by the way, no slight against basketball. Basketball's a good game.
I think it's now fucking dawning on me. I really can't believe we're actually losing to Leicester City at home. I mean, I know we've had a million injuries. I know we've had so much go against us, but I can't believe we are actually losing to fucking Leicester. And from a 1-0 position as well. And I can't even say we really even deserve to be level at this stage.
You know what?
I don't even know if we've done anything really enough in the second half to even say we exactly deserve to be level.
We've been here before, Jack. You know, we're chasing a game. It's all huffing and puffing. You know, we try.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, but the product's never there. Same with the North London Derby, Newcastle, Everton, right? We've been there, but we just don't ever have enough end product to really get over the line. We just don't. It's shit, man. It's getting to the point where good players are starting to look really bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord, Paro. Holy fuck. Him and Kulu. Jesus Christ. Please just play Mikey Moore, Sonny. Please just play Mikey Moore.
Come on, Mike, save us. Oh man, you got to pass. You got to pass, lad. Pedro, my
It's just
God,
another hit and hope. It's just another hit and hope, man.
He's had
What are we doing?
Polar opposite halves. He's had polar
What are
opposite
we
halves.
doing here?
Like a different person in the second half, Pedro Porro.
What are we doing here? Honestly, it's just, I'll punt it in there and hope. There's no class. There's no pizzazz about it. So I'll just knock it in there and hope someone gets on the end of it. And even when we do, the header goes 80 yards up in the air and plops down into the keeper's arms anyway.
He's costing you the game, man, says Sean. Pedro Porro.
He is. He's cost him this game. Even that second goal is his fault. So it's a nonchalant crap pass into Bentoncourt. He's been giving away the ball for weeks. He had a really good first. This is what I don't understand. He had a very good first half. He was the one playing all them balls in behind. And in the second half, he just keeps giving it away because he's trying to play the short game.
Moondog with a super chat just saying, just remember it's who we are, mate.
Yeah.
I will say this, Moondog, you know, I do hope that they continue to use that on TalkSport, even if Ange does go, because it's, oh my lord,
Oh, fuck
Dragishin.
me. This is the problem. We think we're superstars. We're doing this at 2-1 down to Leicester. We think we're superstars. Embarrassing.
I do hope they keep that on TalkSport, though, Moondog.
Again, it's another ball in behind that just don't get on the end of. I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely fed up with it.
Why not, Jack? We've lost to Ipswich at home. Fair play, Ray. Maybe you've just already been broken a long time ago. Maybe it isn't beyond the realms of imagination to be losing to Leicester City at home. We've lost to Ipswich with a full team as well. Region.
No one's there. So what's the point? No one's there. Even if he does cross it, Kunu's gone to the front post. Who's behind him? Who's following it up?
Just when I praise Region's crossing on a members preview, then he's doing this shit. Someone saying as well that we have no luck with this referee, like we've terrible.
No, look, the referees have been shit against us, but I'm not. You can't. I get it, right? I'm the first one to complain about them. The standard of refereeing is absolutely piss poor. But there's been plenty of moments where the ball's in play more than the referee makes decisions, and we just do nothing with it. We're our own worst enemy. We really are. We're playing against ourselves half the time. How long are we going to take to get our set pieces set up? Are we going to get on with it quickly? We're chasing a game here, and we'll probably take 2 minutes to do this set piece. That's it. Just make sure the turf's in the right place. Just put the fucking ball in. It's not hard.
Pedro, stop fucking having shots, man, please. Can you put in a cross? So done with this team. Super chats in from El Dante and Paul Vampen. Thank you guys for the support, by the way. El Dante saying never been so relieved to have back pain. He's saying so glad I'm not watching this game.
We're useless, man. We're so bad.
El Dante, you're also saving yourself a headache. If you wanted back pain and a headache at the same time, maybe you could watch this game. If you wanted to take your mind off the back pain and give yourself a headache instead.
Big up though, El Dante. Appreciate the support, brother.
And then he was saying he's saying he's from Dorset, I believe. I think he was saying he's from
Lee the Dorset.
Yeah, El Dante. I believe you said Dorset, right? Isn't that where you said you're from? Let me know in the chat, because if you are, the wonderful Lee, the South Dorset Spur, love that guy. And then Paul Vampen saying we've only got one glove, lads. We live in hope. Oh, we eternally do, but boy, does it crush you and beat you down every now and again, Paul. Like you said in the chat at one point, it's like we must be masochists to be putting up with this all the time. Like we all must be secret masochists to be doing this.
Look, when you love something, you don't want to give up on it, do you? You just don't. But my fuck, did they make it hard?
Yeah, he's from Dorset, says El Dante. Spurs, man, big up Dave and Jack. Ange simply has to go now with super chat.
Yeah.
It feels that way, man. It felt that way a couple of weeks ago. It feels like he's living on 12 lives, 9 lives. It's not even, he's beyond. He's like a cat. It's like a nuclear cat with how long he survived. But
You got to question, if they're already speaking to people, there's no interest in it with the injury crisis,
Yeah. This was a must-win, Spurs, man. This was absolutely a must-win. It's boring because we've been saying that in a lot of games, and people have even kind of criticized us for always saying that. But I mean, that's the thing. Look at our record now, right? Maybe it was right to be saying that in some of those games previously that these are must-wins.
They're all must wins when you're under this pressure every
When
single
you're under
game.
this pressure, and the team clearly has no
Reality of the
sense.
situation.
Team has no sense of belief. Team has no sense of confidence.
Like, look at this. We're 87 minutes and we're knocking around the back.
Yeah, we just tried to complete 10 passes with no Leicester player even close to them. Mikey, Bentancur, Davis, very deep in Leicester's half here. Leicester looking to hang on. Mikey, too heavy of a touch. We couldn't beat an egg, says Brett Loft.
We look so clueless out here. We look so clueless. Void of ideas, void of creativity, void of answers, void of solutions.
Boy, do they make it hard, says Robert Harvison.
It's got to be at least 10 minutes added on here. Another one that's gone down. Another one. Come on, ref. At what point do you tell him to get up now? If the physio comes on one more time, make him go to the fucking sideline and let him stand there for 2 minutes. They need to get a grip of this. They need to come up with a rule against this. Not a shit ball. Oh.
We fucking play pinballs. That's gonna go. Definitely not football.
That we fucking do. Ref, come on now, ref. Ref, that's twice now. He's just delaying time. Are you going to book him? Book him right now. Or the ref will just go over and jack him off and say, well done, dickhead.
The booze at halftime will be heard from Ireland, boys, says Artist G.
Yep.
The other thing too, Artist T, right, is just like, look, every other club has pretty much made the decision on their managers at this point too. Spurs are kind of the last ones to be hanging on. You've seen almost every other club already make a manager change.
Is he attempting a back heel when we're trying to win a game, when we're trying to get back into a game against Leicester? Is he taking the piss? Is he actually pissing all over the cockerel? Is that what he's doing to me right now? Get in the box.
Cross is blocked. 5 more minutes of what could be left of Ange Postecoglou.
This is pathetic. We're trying to chase a game of football, and the ball is being headed around like a ping pong, like a game of tennis. We can't even get the ball under control and create a decent move. This is pathetic. This is real relegation standard forward play. This really is.
It is.
Please just end the game.
DB, take that stupid top off. Says, yeah, honestly, I think I might. At this point, thought be used it for laughs, and now it's not funny anymore. You're right, DB.
Can we just end the game?
Gonna wear black, Ange, for the funeral. Gonna have to wear all black for Ange's funeral. Everybody, get in your thoughts. Full time. If you haven't already, please, though, do smash the like. Just gets this out to more people. But I'm feeling like more and more, as much as I do think they're trying to hold on to the cups, they're trying to let Ange get the cup opportunities. More and more, I just don't see the reason. You know, this isn't a team that looks like they could beat. Like people said, this doesn't even look like a team that could beat an egg. What a ball. Mikey Moore, no!
Take a touch. He's off, is he? Oh.
Hard to say. Just finish it. Looked like he was on. I don't think he was off. Oh, probably was. Wonder if Leicester even have a better points tally in the last 10 games than us. Oh, Dragon, please.
They scored 2 goals in their last 7 Premier League games, and they scored 2 here today.
Kulu. You just got to get rid of it sometimes, Kulu, man. Play that pass. Trying too much, man.
Even putting Sonny up front today, he's not a striker. It's neutralised Sonny. It's took him out of the game. It's took him straight away. What has he done this half?
Yeah, fair point.
Should have put Kulu up there.
Yeah. Kulu.
Never.
Get it out of his feet. Luckily, a corner. No, you're right, Dave, because you could say, too, Sonny was actually all right on the left wing in that first half, and then
He was
maybe
causing them trouble,
Kulu
wasn't he?
could have used with maybe just playing in a different position just to try something different for him. You're right.
He was causing them trouble out there, Sonny. You know, since he's come into the century, what has he done? He's took him out of the game.
Kulu back into the box. Bentancur. 10 seconds here. Referee gives us a free kick. Stateside
Just blow it
footy.
up, ref. Please, just blow it up. Put us out of our misery. I'm begging you.
Stateside footy saying as much as I'm Anjin, the pressure, I believe, has reached an apex.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. It's done.
He said I wouldn't be surprised to see him go as much as I would hate it. Like, that's, I think, where a lot of people who have defended Ange, even like myself, stateside footy, sort of.
Are we back? Can you hear me, Jack?
Yeah, still there.
Oh. Game's over now, surely, is it?
I believe so, right?
I think so.
Just trying to check here. The game's over. It should be.
Yeah.
Oh, still not. Now it is. There you are. Full time. I'm turning it off. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm turning it off as well.
Everybody. There it is. There it is. We have Leicester City at home.
Do you know
In a
what,
game
Jack?
that I even joked to the channel predictions, will Dr. Tottenham be open or closed on Sunday? It has yet again been opened on Sunday, and to Leicester City of all teams at home. I know that, again, we're out with injuries. I understand that. But it didn't matter anymore. We just need to start picking up wins. It could have been the tea lady up front, and we still needed to pick up a win somehow, some way. It's become untenable. It's become completely untenable at this stage. I'm not sure whether they actually will sack him or not. I'm not sure if there even is anyone that can actually come in and save this job and save this, sort of career, or save this season. I'm not really sure if there is somebody that can do that. But something needs to change. And something needs to change pretty much in the next 24 hours, in my opinion. This team is not going to get through in these cups. This team is not going to get through past Liverpool. This team is not going to win a Europa League. I'm getting that negative, and I'm becoming that sort of doom and gloom about it. I'm sorry. It's just, this is not a team that looks like that's going to pick itself up anytime soon. Looks like we're going to steamroll into some sort of relegation type of scrap of some kind. Even if we don't, we are finishing 15th, if not lower, at this stage.
It's getting to the point, Jack, where everyone's starting to look clueless. Look, I take into account the injuries, I take into account the fatigue, and I also take into account that the board set him up for failure in the summer and hasn't helped him out this January. Granted, they're all factors on why it's gone wrong. But the reality is, where we are now, he does not know how to get us out of this. He does not know. Look, I wasn't expecting us to rock up here and pop Leicester all over the park, right? Well, I was quite vocal about that this week, Jack. I was expecting it to be a tired game, a difficult game. But we've done relatively well in the first half. We got in 1-0 on the board, something to cling on to.
Dave, that audio might be audio.
I'll dip out and dip straight back in.
I'm going to refresh ourselves, everybody. Sorry about this. Can people hear me okay? I tried to refresh myself. Hopefully people can hear me okay. Can people hear me okay? You are fine for me, says Daniel. Can people hear me okay? Can people hear me okay? Is my audio still messed up? Audio was fine. Audio was fine. Apologies about this, everybody. It's going to get busy. I can hear you. Dave's audio was fine. Nothing wrong with audio. Audio was fine. I think it started to get bad for maybe some people. Hopefully it's okay now. It started to get bad for some people, I think. A lot of people are saying the audio was fine, Dave, but maybe it started to get bad for some people. I'm gonna let Dave back in just a second, but I am gonna take, hopefully, while people can still hear me, hopefully people can hear me. Yep, all good. Jack can hear you, Jack. Great. Thank you, guys. Appreciate the feedback. Sorry about this, everybody. We haven't had any issues up until this point, so at least there's that. Tart and Spurs from earlier said away for a long walk. Appreciate the stream, lads. No, Tartan. I mean, dude, if I can, I got up didn't really get as much sleep last night as I wish, but I'm gonna go on a long walk, a long run. Not even sure, man. Like so many different types of therapy that I think I need after this, man. It's just it's headache stuff at the moment. And then V Scard saying, Dr. Tottenham, you can always count on us to break someone's losing streak. Absolutely horrible. Dude, it's one of the things with Ange, man, like, as much as I've tried to defend him on numerous occasions, as much as I've tried to back the guy, I hate to say it, man, like, he's had some of the more embarrassing losses I've ever seen at Tottenham Hotspur. Like, we've lost to the Miras, the Pachos de Ferreras, but, like, the way that sometimes we've just lost in these huge, huge games, it really is baffling to me, man. It really is baffling at times. I just don't really get it. I just don't really get it. I don't know how, you can end up losing to a Leicester. Maybe it really is the team and the team is that bad, but just part of it for me does really fall on the manager as well. Like, and maybe to a degree what Dave said, like, Ange, I do think his tactics can work. I do think his idea of football can work. It's just maybe at this point where we are with this team, like we just need a guy that can make sense of a bad team and just sort of get wins and get points with a bad team. And there are managers, I guess, out there that can do that. Not saying we need a relegation fight type of manager, but it's become that point where Ange doesn't look like he knows how to get us out of this situation, anymore. He doesn't know how to deal with it anymore. It's difficult, man. It's difficult. Appreciate the support though, V-Scard, man. And then Sergeant Stressful, I'll pass this one on to you, Dave, and hopefully the audio comes out okay. He's saying this club is a basket case. There's something seriously wrong with it, and it's beyond the managers.
No, look, 100%. And I'm going to be a couple of minutes here, so just bear with me, everybody. Look, we created this problem under Ange Postecoglou this season by having the shit summer transfer window. I was out here, I was highlighting it. I knew we were sleepwalking into this problem off the back of that summer transfer window. We haven't helped them this January either. We've only brought in one goalkeeper. We haven't brought in anybody else to try and alleviate the situation. We have not helped Ange Postecoglou, and I take into account the fatigue as well. I take all that into account, right? But there comes a point where it's just not working, even if everyone has the right intentions, even if the player has the right intentions, even if the manager has the right intentions. It's getting to the point on the pitch now. We look worse than the relegation fodder that we laugh at week in, week out. And this is the reality of the situation. We look so much worse. You look at us there today. We are void of ideas. There's no creativity. And to be quite frank, it's been like that for months. I came in today with I was hoping if we can win today, do you know what? It might just keep our season alive. But today our season died, regardless of the cup games. Our season died today. If you can't beat Leicester, if you can't beat Ipswich, if you can't beat Crystal Palace, if you can't beat Wolves, all teams that have been down and around in this relegation scrap, Everton as well. What hope do we have going to Anfield to win away from home right now with this current situation? Look, I wasn't expecting us to pop Leicester off the park today. I knew we were going to be tired. I knew it was going to be a game where you have to fight. But we lacked that fight. We lacked the fight necessary. And that comes from the manager. At half-time, what was said, what went on at half-time, how did we come out so lackluster? And the problem is, we done it to ourselves today. It's not like Leicester were great. We done it to ourselves. Both goals came off us just being shit. Kinski, that ball in. First of all, how many times do we keep seeing balls being allowed to come into the box without players getting out there, without any intensity to close it down? Not good enough. Ben Davies then misses it. Kinski then misses it. 1-1. And then the second goal. I don't know what Ben Davies done, a miscontrol or something like that. Then Bergwall tidies it up, goes up the pitch. Then I don't know why, decides to go 80 yards back with a pass all the way back to the fullback. Then Pedro Porro picks it up and hits the most nonchalant pass you wouldn't believe. Straight into Bentancur. So relaxed, so lackadaisical. Lack of care behind it. Just rolls it into him and it's begging to be picked off. And they punish us yet again. It's just... We are the masters of our own downfall, and mistakes just keep compiling on themselves. It's nowhere near good enough. And then going forward, we don't have the answers. The minute we fall behind, you don't see me sit there rallying, hoping, because I'm at the point now where it doesn't matter what we try. Any cross we put into the box, it's not flung in there with any real quality or any real, belief behind it. It's just dropped in there, hoping someone could get on the end of it. Any ball in behind is over hit or under hit, a yard to the left, a yard to the right. If we do collect that ball, then the guy takes a stupid turn into trouble. If we do get the shot off, we don't connect with it cleanly. It's coming to the point where nobody has any ideas. We're trying to chase Leicester down to try and even salvage a point, which I can't believe we're in that situation. And we're playing head tennis with them. I cannot believe what we're watching. I just cannot believe it. And it's nowhere near good enough. And then you look at what Postecoglou done today. Look, I take into account Richarlison is not fit enough to take 90 minutes right now. And you can't take that risk knowing Solanke's out to March. I fully understand that. But why are you moving Son Central? Son played Central last year and shown he cannot play there. He effectively becomes irrelevant. Son was causing them troubles off the left-hand side. As soon as we moved them up front, we dealt with their biggest problem for them. We neutralised our biggest threat for them today. Kulu, with no legs, he should have been the one. Go up front, hold that ball up. That's what you need in your striker. And I think this is something that Ange doesn't recognise to a degree, and that's why he keeps putting Son up there, is you need someone that can hold up that fucking ball. And put Kulu up there, he's tired. How many times did Kulu give away the ball down the right-hand side? Keep Son out one wide, more out the other, and keep Kulu through the middle, because once we put Son up there as well, any cross we're putting in, there's no focal point. There's no focal point to be able to aim and put the ball into, which means we lack ideas. It's just becoming to the point where Ange's doing decisions that just aren't working. The players are doing decision-making which isn't working. And it's come to the point now where it's just one thing has to give. And as much as changing manager, look, you might get the new manager bounce, but we'll be back here next season or the season after in the same position. And then this brings me on to the board. The board have failed Ange Postecoglou. They failed him last January with help when he could have kicked on and got a Champions League spot. They didn't. They failed him this summer when the time was to kick on and try and improve on fifth. They brought in a load of teenagers and says make that work. And in this January, they've also let him down. And what shows to me is we're now, 26 days into January. I think there's about a week left in the transfer window. We're screaming for help. We're sliding towards a relegation battle, and the board are not willing to take the money out to be able to fix the situation. Also, when you go and look at the manager situation, half of the reason why they're sitting behind Ange Postecoglou and giving him so much rope than any other manager is purely because no other manager is going to touch this with a barge pole. You think we're going to go out there and get someone on a Mourinho or a Conte with that sort of reputation? Well, when we've made managers like that walk away, looking clueless, losing their rag with the football club, they're not coming here. Then you look at any other manager on the rise right now, all the names that people are giving. Why are they coming to Tottenham Hotspur when we're in this mess? They're going to look at it and go, well, you've got a board that's not willing to bring in players to alleviate the situation. I've got an injury-ravaged squad, and even if I come in now, the players I'm using are all dead on their feet. What can I do with this bunch? So we ain't getting a manager change, even after today. I might sack him. You might get Mason in. But we ain't getting a manager of worthy sort to get us out of this situation. No one wants to touch us. And then you look at the owners and they just keep getting away with it. And this is where the fans need to step up now. We do need to start putting pressure on them. Postecoglou and any manager at Tottenham Hotspur is only a scapegoat. That's all they are. They're a scapegoat. We bring them in for 2 years. And then, you go back and look at Enoch's history. 24 years, 11 managers, not including interims. So you're changing your manager every 2 years, which shows every second season we have a trouble at Tottenham. And to the Super Chat's point, this is Tottenham. This is inherent at the club. It's beyond fixable. It's beyond irreparable for any other manager. The only hope we have is that you get a manager that can somehow come in and just steer the ship towards the end of the season in terms of the Premier League. But, we're sitting here with so much promise earlier on under a manager, and we fucked it up. And again, he's walking away looking clueless, tactically inept, everything else. Even some of the players, there's this big meme going around. Everyone that leaves Tottenham goes on and wins. And it's true, even if they leave and go to a shit league, they go on and win. We are cursed, man. This club is a huge problem. And it's going to be a long slog between now and the end season. I don't blame anyone that's, after today, is tuning out and saying, I'm done with all this crap. I do not blame you. I feel like that myself. Jack feels like that himself at this point. And I've been here before under loads of managers, Jose, Conte, where you just get that. It's almost to the point where you're losing your love for the club. You're losing your love for football. It's draining absolutely everything out of you. It's getting to the point we're not even emotional anymore. It's just we're resigned to it now, and it's getting to the point
Yeah.
where it's just coming to an end. We've been here so many times, and this is the big problem. We've been here that many times. We all know it. We all know what this
Yeah.
feeling is, where it's coming to an end, and that's the problem. And this is where the owners really need to try and step up. But look, we're screwed, Jack. Like I've highlighted all the things there.
We are.
Any manager you mention, well, who's going to want to come to this mess? The squad is dead on their feet, man.
No, it feels like it feels like a rotten situation. But well said, Dave. Really, really well covered, and also really appreciate the support, Sergeant Stressful, as well as all the support that's coming in. Well over 1,000 people in the house. By the way, everybody, in case you do experience at any point an audio issue, what I would say, you can put it in the chat just to make it known to me. But also, what you can do is, from what I could tell, is just leave the stream, come back into the stream. It can't actually fix itself just by doing that. Maybe just with so many people piling in and out, even YouTube itself maybe doesn't even know how to deal with it, if you get what I mean, just to sort of make things easier for yourselves in case you run into sort of technical issues. But appreciate the support that's coming in here, everybody. And we're getting ready for it to probably be announced. We said that a while ago, but it could happen again. It's just
Are we surprised if it
untenable.
doesn't, though, Jack? We thought it would happen the last
Yeah.
few games every time we've lost a game, and the narrative keeps coming out. We're going to back them. Look, obviously, it comes to a point where the club are going to have to, they're going to have to get rid of him. It's coming to that point very, very close, if not tonight. But, many people have said, many people have felt like it's coming before, but they haven't done it. And I swear, the reason why I don't think they've done it is they know selling Harry Kane and replacing him with relegation fodder is one reason why we're here. Once Ange Postecoglou is gone, you don't think pundits and the news are going to, and the media are going to start reporting on that when they don't have Ange Postecoglou to blame? Of course they are. They're going to talk about the decline of Son this year and us bringing in the likes of Werner and our transfer business in terms of getting ahead of this situation. Yeah. They're going to talk about these things. They're going to talk about the 11 managers in 24 years. It's already starting to drip feed out. To be honest with you, Ange Postecoglou going would probably be a relief for him. He'll go on and do something elsewhere. And to be honest with you, I think it would probably actually stop masking over the real problem at Tottenham Hotspur and actually start highlighting the real problem, which is the mismanagement of this football club.
Yeah, 100%. Daniel Larson, member for 33 months, fan show member, nearly 3 years at this point, Daniel. Thank you, sir. And he's saying, bye-bye, Ange. Please leave now. Again, much love, guys, but this is becoming disgraceful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Look, I don't think anyone can sit here and defend Ange Postecoglou. Look, I think what you're going to see is you're going to see people like me where it's like, yes, it's becoming a problem now. Everyone looks clueless. It's come to an end, right? I think everyone's sort of come to that realization, and if you haven't, I think you're going to come to that realization very, very quickly. But it's also, I think, a part of the duty. You can't just keep blaming the manager for everything. You do have to highlight the other problems where it keeps going wrong under every single manager. It's a huge problem, and that has to be looked into. It has to be highlighted so that we can start trying to fix these problems, because they're only going to get fixed if people start highlighting them.
Yeah. Fan show tomorrow, Daniel. If you need some Spurs therapy, like we keep saying to you, same time next week. It's not getting any easier, your Spurs therapy. But also, as well as anybody wants somebody to chat with, somebody to make sense of this basket case of a club. No way we're going to be able to figure it out all in one session, but feel free to come on the fan shows and get your voice out there. Also, there are plenty of people who've been gifted fan show memberships by very, very generous people of this community. So please take advantage of it. Make your debut tomorrow night. Feel free to do so. Jerome said we needed this and just gone after this on my effing birthday as well, up at 3 a.m. for this crap. Jerome, man, I'm sorry, dude. That's just... Spurs have not done us any favors, it feels like, in the last season or two, just constantly ruining birthdays, ruining weekends, when you want to get started off on a nice Saturday with a good Spurs win, gets pumped 4-0 or something like that. And it's just, Tottenham are not the team to fix your, they're not the team to brighten the mood. They're not the team to lighten your mood. They're not the team to take your mind off of things. In fact, they're the only thing they do is maybe just make you stressed about something else, right? If you're looking to be stressed about something, but maybe he's just stressed about something else in your life, Spurs are actually a great remedy for that. But Jerome, happy birthday to you, man. But I'm sorry it's under these circumstances. And as much as you have defended Ange, I've defended Ange, Davis defended Ange, I think we're starting to see the signs of the end here. It's the record has just become that poor that something has to go, something has to change, whether it's the manager's fault or not. Something's got to go, and sadly, it becomes the manager, man.
Yeah. Look, first of all, happy birthday, Jerome. I think, I think it was Charlie had the birthday on the North London Derby a couple of weeks ago, and we no show yet again there, and I just sometimes wish people inside the club would realise what they do to us fans, The reality is, with the money in football right now, inside football clubs, you've got very little people that actually care about the club. It's more just a job to them. It's more an income to help for their family and for them to live and stuff like that. But they don't care about it the way we do. They don't love it the way we do. And it just hurts when, we've been under this for so long now, man. Like, even when we have had better times, we've had so much potential to kick on and make them even greater, give us memories. And there's always excuses for falling short or not doing this and not doing that.
Yeah.
And this is why we're always in this situation, Jerome. Look, I'm just completely fed up with it, man. I'm just fed up, Jerome. I'm done. I'm beaten, man. I've no optimism for you today, Jerome. I'm sorry.
Good to see. There's so many people in the house. If you could smash the like button, please, everybody. Appreciate all of you guys picking us as your destination. And again, come on the fan shows, become a member during times like these. As much as you want to be done with Tottenham Hotspur, it's good to have other Spurs fans around you just to sort of bounce off of, just to sort of, feed off of, and get your Spurs therapy. And really, so feel free to become a member, everybody. And just keep getting in your comments and smash the like button, please. Frankly, Tottenham saying, and also I saw Kev Williams saying, we are done. And when you're seeing Kev say that, that's not good. Big up to you, Kev. And good to see you as well, Kev Williams. Frankly, Tottenham saying the last time we played well when Kulu and Madison were playing as eights, Kulu shouldn't play on the wing. And why has Madison been treated like shit all this season? At the end of the day, frankly, Tottenham, I agree that, Madison, it's kind of a weird situation with Madison. I think there has been a falling out between him and Ange, but he just wasn't available today. Apparently, there was some sort of injury, some type of knock of some kind. Believe me, he's kind of a guy that I feel like hasn't really been through the war as much as Kulusevski has, as much as players like Solanke has, and other guys that Archie Gray even, right? How much football has he been playing, in recent months, and Pedro Porro as well. How much has he been playing and continues to get rolled in, week after week, but Madison just wasn't available for this one. So it would have been nice to have him. Maybe it would have been different if he was in the team, but we had to get it done without Madison today. It's just the reality of the situation. He wasn't going to be available. And we did play some of our better football when Kulu and him were together in the midfield. It's just that Madison then sort of fell out of Postecoglou's favor for various reasons. Maybe some justified, maybe some less justified, but it's just how it is, man. It's just how it is. And
the thing is, the reason why Kulu's been moved out to the right is because Brennan Johnson was so goddamn shit.
Yeah, that's also true.
You know what I mean? And when you're short wingers at the football club because of the injuries or you don't make the right investments, you leave yourself in this situation where you have to drag players out of other positions to try and fill in there and stuff. And look, with James Maddison, I'm not giving any of these players a free pass either. At the end of the day, there's an inherent culture at Tottenham Hotspur, and it's the same with Man United, where the players are running the dressing room. And that's why you're seeing high manager turnover. That's why when you see players come in, they don't settle in well, they never really kick on, their career almost dies. And the reason why that happens is because they know they can just throw the manager under the pram whenever they want because they're superstars without actually going out there and delivering superstar performances and trophies, which is what superstars does. But because we keep sacking managers and making them the blame, and I don't want to hear anyone say it doesn't happen. Even Ben Davies, he's been great under Ange Postecoglou, but he still went to Daniel Levy and got Nuno sacked at the end of the day. When you've got players there not having managers, all it takes is one voice. It was Ben Davies now. It was Ben Davies before. It's probably Madison now. It's been other players, Romero under Conte and stuff like that. But at what point does Levy just go, shut the fuck up? I'm paying you 200 grand a week or 100 grand a week, regardless of my manager, you play. If not, you will be bounced out the door. But you know what? He doesn't have the bollocks to do that. He doesn't have the guts to make that sort of stand. And he protects his players. And this is a large result of it, Jack. That's why they can go out there and throw every manager under the bus. People moan about the training techniques. Under Pochettino, it was tougher, by the way, during the week when they were doing training. If you didn't meet certain metric running stats during the week, you weren't even considered to play on the weekend. But until you give a manager and you make a stand behind the manager and say, guys, he ain't going anywhere. You're never going to get a manager that's going to be able to come in here and implement things, get his way, get people to do what he wants to do. Because the minute he gets, even if someone's having a bad day and they go, I'm not doing that, Ange, fuck off. All of a sudden, Ange gets Larry at them. But Ange doesn't have the back and order protection of the board. The players do. So what statement can he make? All of a sudden, you lose the dressing room. That player goes, I'm disinterested. And slowly and surely, everyone starts to follow. It's another huge problem at Tottenham Hotspur. Now, look, I'm not, obviously, with what I'm saying here, I'm not saying, we got to stick behind Ange and move forward. I think that's well and truly long gone right now. There was a point where I was at that, but that's well and truly gone right now. But there does have a point where Daniel Levy has to say, you're my guy. Apparently, he idolized Jose Mourinho, but threw him under the bus for the weak players. He's loved Conte, threw him under the bus again for weak players. And here we are again.
Frankly, Tottenham, I've tried to defend Maddison a lot this season, but I think he also needs to take some accountability for the fact that he's, not been included in the team week in, week out, right? A lot of that has to do with, and I've said this to Sam on the members preview. I'm not sure if Dave heard me say this, but I've defended Maddison, but one of his bigger issues too is like, he'll put in a really good performance. Then the next week, when you think he's going to pick up off that great performance, he goes missing. And you could say that with a lot of players maybe in this team. And it's just something that I think needs to be kind of ridded of or just fixed in the squad. But really do appreciate the support coming in. And if you want to come on, and be a fan show member and, have a chat with us, frankly, Tottenham, if you disagree, feel free to do so. And thanks for the support, man. Kev Williams was also following up saying relegation material. This performance was, I would agree with you there, Kev Williams. Michael G. Kelly, Dave saying, it's never been this bad though, Dave. We had some good times in the past. This is the lowest I've been since following the club since the 80s.
No, look, we have had good times in the past, We have had good times in the past. Don't get me wrong, I always say to people, people go, Tottenham aren't a big club. Look, your history decides whether you're a big club. We've got trophies in the cabinet. We've got history there. That's what dictates if you're a big club, and we have that. But unfortunately, our recent history, anyone at 20 years or younger,
makes it feel further.
They don't know Tottenham to be that football club. They only know Tottenham to be this way, and it's really sad. Sorry, Jack. What was the rest of that super chat?
I think it was of Michael G. Kelly's or.
What was the rest of the chat from Michael G. Kelly? Sorry.
It was just a comment I was taking from Michael G. Kelly. And I just thought it was a good one. He was just saying it's the lowest I've felt since the 80s. That's all. I think you covered it, Dave. I think you covered it. Thank you, Michael, man. And also Dermatron I have in here saying, I'm hurting tonight, boys. I'm hurting because the club I love is dying on its feet. Ange has to go now just for anything just for himself. I think, just to save himself at this point. Save us all, really, Dermatron.
Look, I think a parting of ways is mutual for both. For Ange Postecoglou, so that he can move on with his career. And you think he's not in a nightmare? Of course he is. So he can get out of this nightmare, but also so Tottenham can get in a new manager bounce so we can stave off relegation.
23 games, 13 losses, says Scooter Reacts. It's brutal, man. It's brutal. Travis Kendall, great name, by the way, Travis.
Great name.
And also thank you for the support. Been Levy out for years, lads, but do we think the club don't want to sign anyone, or is it no one wants to become a club, come to a club in 15th? Well, Dave, I think it's a lot of different factors, right? It is definitely that last part, right? Certainly that's a huge portion of it, that players, managers, they are looking at this situation right now and like, it's not really that attractive. You're going into a team that's not high on confidence, pretty poor form, and you're going to have to be the guy to save them. And, that's not really a great situation for a lot of players. People would rather go into maybe a little bit less of a toxic type of a situation. So that's a huge factor of it. But I think it's also Daniel Levy is unsure, Travis, about whether he wants to keep Ange or not. So he's not going to be signing players for a manager that he might be sacking tomorrow, basically. And he's left it. Somehow, Daniel Levy has found a way to do neither. He's neither backed Ange this window by bringing in players in to help fix this injury situation and also just help fix some of the problems that we've been seeing all season. And he's also not sacked Ange, because Ange, you could say, maybe has been sort of on the cusp of it for a while now, whether you've been Ange in, Ange out, regardless. He has been under pressure. Somehow Daniel Levy has found a way to do neither, and it really is baffling. But a large part of it could to give maybe, I'm not giving Johan Lange or Daniel Levy an excuse, but, part of the frustration might be that they're experiencing is that no one would want to come to this situation.
Look, I mean, look, it's difficult, Jack. It's a complex one, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of answers.
First of all, you've got Johan Lang. He was a huge problem. I've highlighted him for quite some time now. You look at the evidence of the transfer windows he's delivered. He can bring in kids and sell the Premier League dream. Any kid will want to move from where we signed them from to come to the Premier League. What this guy cannot do is sell the dream of Tottenham Hotspur. He can't sell Tottenham Hotspur to people. You know, it's easy also to sell Tottenham to players lower down the league. But players in and around your level or players from other clubs, big pulls, very hard to do. Paratici managed to do it. Why can't Johan Lang? What did he deliver last summer to kick this team on? He delivered one player, Dom Solanke, as a striker. That's it. He completely ignored the rest of the pieces of the puzzles around it. He just brought in youngsters. And I'm sorry, as good as the young.
Oh, sorry, maybe I froze there. Maybe keep going, Dave. They can still see you and hear
Oh,
you.
they can still see me and hear me. It doesn't say we're live anymore on the StreamYard, though, on the OBS.
I think we are. No, I think we are.
Okay. Um, so Johan Lang has demonstrated that he doesn't know how to get any of these deals done or over the line. He's demonstrated that. But when it comes to Daniel Levy, I mean, look, I think there also has to be an understanding right now. Between now and the end of the window, when you look at squad registrations, which you have to comply with, for the Premier League in Europe, you can bring in 2 players max. But Daniel Levy ain't willing to commit the funds in the January transfer window to get us out of this problem. There should have been a recognition. We fucked up in the summer. We've done all our homework, or you'd like to think there's been discussions and homework. That's what we've been led to believe, preparing for this January transfer window. But then there also has to be recognition. You are going to have to pay over the odds for whatever player you want to bring in here in the January transfer window. You have to do it.
Yeah.
But we refuse to. And that's why we're in this mess with a week to go. And I can bet your bottom dollar we'll probably pull in a Danjuma or a Werner type loan deal. It absolutely stinks. But then you do have the added problem. When a player looks at Tottenham Hotspur right now, they go, there's no Kane, there's no, Son's in decline. So there's no real world-class players at Tottenham. So that draw is gone. Harry Kane used to be a huge draw. Son used to be a huge draw. I want to come and play with these guys. They're no longer doing the shit at Tottenham. One's gone and one's in decline. So that draw is gone. You also look at where we are in the league, and you look at where we've been falling since we sold Harry Kane. That's alarming.
Mm-hmm.
You take all them things in, and then you also look at the chairman. You have to fight with him to get what wages you want, to get what signing bonuses you want, etc., etc. You put all them things in the mix. If I'm a footballer and Tottenham come calling right now and say, look, don't even entertain the offer, don't pick up the phone, and if you do, certainly don't ring me with it because I ain't going. And even if you look at the likes of Cunha, the Lap, yeah, they're stepping up to a bigger football club with a bigger stadium and stuff. But are you really making a step up? Not right now, you're not.
Thank you for the support, Travis, and thanks for your patience. If as well with the internet and everything, and also just us getting to that. So really appreciate the support coming in. Dean Cox as well saying Levy is getting the season he deserves by not backing managers, never pushing the boat out that tiny bit more. Chickens have come back to roost. Really spot on from Dean there. Hopefully you can hear me and see me okay, Dean. And again, apologies for a little bit of a breakup there, but I completely agree with you, man. I think that's really spot on. And Levy is going to have to face the music at some stage. And I don't know if
he won't face it
until
Delange's gone. Delange's gone. He won't get the scrutiny he deserves.
Yeah. So I've said that before, right, Dave and Dean, that I do wonder if Daniel Levy has been almost keeping Ange in this job to somehow make it look like the manager's, the one to blame once again. The manager's the one that's caused the problems. He might be trying to use Ange as some type of shield for a lot of the issues that we've been going through and a lot of the issues that we've been seeing right now, man. And I completely agree, though. Daniel Levy is getting what he deserves and getting what he invested in. He hasn't invested, and this is what happens. He keeps trying to expect miracles, keeps trying to expect guys to basically punch above their weight or, sort of take what they're given and somehow turn it into, something incredible, even though they're not given the right ingredients to do so. And he's starting to face the punishment for it. He's starting to see the reality of that. It will come back to bite you. Really spot on, Dean. Really spot on. Practically make that into a poster, really, of a comment. Vandal Ross saying, member for 17 months. Flat Cat member, thank you both for the quality entertainment. Vandal, thank you, man. Thanks for tolerating us. Thanks for, being with us, throughout all this Spurs
This isn't
torture. And
entertainment. This is miserable for everybody. We're all miserable.
yeah, and thanks for, dealing with
Big
the
up, Andrew.
technical issues, to also just Dave and I trying to make sense of this football club, man. We're not always going to get it right. We're not always going to be able to put, our words perfectly or in the best sort of ways. So thanks for, appreciating us, man. Very, very kind of you, man. Very, very kind of you. Artist T Dave saying Ange and the players were unprofessional and there was zero fight, while Leicester were the complete opposite. We genuinely look like the worst team in the Premier League. I agree with that little point that he made, that Leicester actually showed a bit more fight in periods. There was stages where, even though we're a better team technically on paper than Leicester with the players that we have available, sometimes you were like feeling like, especially in that opening 20 minutes, like they were coming after us and they were definitely, giving us, a lot to think about. Leicester. It's just, I don't think they're really that good at the end of the day. I don't think they really have, the players to really knock on the door like maybe other teams do. But he's right, Dave. I think we genuinely look like one of the worst teams in the Premier League right now.
If not the worst team in the Premier League right now, Jack. You look, I've vocalised to you how bored I am watching us going forward, how bang average we are going forward. And once you're like that as a football club, the inevitable happens. You're only going to stave off, relegation fights for so long if you're prepared to bring in their manager. But once you're prepared to bring in their manager, it's an admission of how far you've fallen, right? So it's sort of like, look, we're the worst team in the Premier League, Jack. Defensively, we make errors that cost ourselves. Goalkeeper starting to make mistakes. Midfield, when the game gets tough and people ramp up challenges, they bow out. And going forward, we can't string two passes together. Right now, we are currently the worst team in the Premier League. And the thing is, when you isolate some of these players, we don't have bad players. You've got great, fantastic player. Bergval, player with huge potential. Jed Spence, really good player. Bentancur, very good player. Son, really good player. But they all look fucking useless as a cohesive unit right now.
Yeah.
I agree with you, RST. We do look like one of the worst teams in the Premier League.
Yeah. Or at least becoming one of them at the, faster and faster and faster. Thank you, Artist T, for the support, man. Azad YOLO. Love the name, Azad. Unless this is Azad Hamid.
I think it is, yeah. I think he's great.
Because I feel like the other week it was a different name. Maybe it's multiple Azads. Guys, today was my last day supporting this club. I can't do it anymore, but thank you guys for always being nice. This is not worth my mental health. Goodbye. Azad, hate to see you go, man. I hate to say that, but I mean, maybe you're just sort of feeling it at this moment in time. Maybe think about it, wake up tomorrow with hopefully a fresh head, fresh mind. And maybe give yourself some other distractions, for the time being from Spurs. But to be honest, man, I just love football, and that's how I sort of just see it, and if you love football, you're going to have a club. And sometimes the club you pick is going to be pretty torturous to you. But if you still love the game, if you still love watching the game, and if you still appreciate the game, then I think you're always going to have your football club, and you're going to always have that club that's going to either give you joy or give you torture. It's sometimes it's both. Most times it's one or the other, it feels like, and Spurs feels like it's the torture kind for a lot. But man, I would just say think on it, and it's only sports at the end of the day too. It's kind of what makes sports, right? You're gonna have a lot of seasons of torment, and then you're gonna have a lot of seasons of glory. Sometimes more seasons than torment than glory, which makes the glory incredible. But I don't need to tell you, man, make your own life choices. If you got stressful things going on in life, I wouldn't blame you. Spurs make it even harder. Spurs make it even, more difficult to have to get through the rest of the weekend and whatnot. But, it's your life, man. I really appreciate the support that you show, Dave, and I really do appreciate the support.
Yeah, look, Azad, look, I don't blame you at the end of the day. Make sure you look after yourself and all that sort of stuff, Make sure you take care of yourself first and foremost. But what I will say is, what we can't do is have people walking away from this football club, because all it does is let the owners win. Yeah. In fact, it should drive you more into, because at the end of the day, as much as I'm pissed off and frustrated, I'm going to be here watching the next game and the next game and the next game. I'm going to take all this shit, because I love this fucking football club. But one thing I'm not going to let them owners do is have me walk away from it, lose my love for it, lose my love for football. I refuse. And this is where I keep saying to fans, look, Ange Postecoglou's a problem right now. Get rid of the problem. Let's start focusing on the big problem, which is that board, which is that ownership. But the reality is, when an opportunity comes around next time to, organize a protest or, boycott a game, We need thousands to do it. We need thousands of people en masse to get down there and do it and really send a message, really heighten it up in the press and stuff like that. Because
Hmm.
until that happens, they're going to keep being able to cover up their mistakes by bringing in a manager, get that initial bounce, give them a couple of signings. Yeah, we're all for you. Oh, you done well. Yeah, but we need to save money for fucking
Yeah.
for the slide that's coming out the side of the hotel we haven't told you about. So we're gonna have to bring you in an 18-year-old. Is that okay? Well, it's not. I'm telling the fans who want to win trophies. Yeah, but come on, we all know we're not serious about this here at Tottenham. Come on now. You're taking the 10 million a year out my pocket. Just come along, just play along with it. Oh, by the way, I know we're fighting relegation battle, but I'm putting a rooftop cinema on top. I'm going to charge people 10,000 a pop. So unfortunately, we can't bring you any outfield players right now. And this is what goes on at Tottenham. It's a joke.
Complete joke, man. But Azad, think on it, man, because I would love to still have you with us. At least, if you want to join us for some big upstreams, if you want to just chat about life, talk about food, dating advice, that sort of thing. Would love to still have you around. Trinidad with a super chat, Dave, saying at least Conte spelled it out for us.
Oh, look, this is why when everyone was in uproar about it, you can't say that about the football club, I was like, I'm reading it.
This is going to age quite well. Yeah.
He hasn't said anything I don't disagree with. He hasn't said anything that, other people don't highlight about the culture, the lack of winning, telling winners that they're losers. You do it our way. You come in here as a winner, we'll turn you to a loser. That's what we do. Because they told us. People didn't want to heed it.
It just keeps aging finer and finer and finer. It's like even better than a fine wine in terms of aging. It's like an incredible cheese or something like that. It's that ridiculous.
But let's remember, people were calling out Conte's tactics, clueless, etc. But it just goes to show, the manager. He's gone on to Napoli, by the way. He's good enough for Napoli. Could deliver them a Serie A title this year. And we're stuck here with Postecoglou in the same cycle yet again.
Q7 saying low football IQ players, no leaders, a manager that dislikes change, and a board that doesn't give a shit. I've been saying it for months, boys. After today, I'm guessing reality is hit with most of the fans. I mean, that's a lot of bad ingredients being put together by Q7, Dave. I mean, let's put it out again here. If people didn't hear that, he's saying it's a combination of us having low football IQ players, no leaders on the pitch, a manager that is stubborn, doesn't like to change his tactics or adapt, and a board that doesn't even give a shit at all about the football club. So when that's the situation, Dave, it's not going to spell success anytime soon, really. Or it's going to be a miracle if you do find any.
Well, this is the big problem at Tottenham, Like, Jack, we make the joke. You bring in a defensive manager, we won't sign you defenders, right? We'll give you a bang average backline to work with. You bring in an attacking manager, we'll also lower the quality of that forward line for you to work with. We do things absolute backwards. When in hindsight, you bring in a defensive manager, you give them the best defenders to work with. You bring in an attacking manager, you try and provide them the best forward players to work with. We get it backwards at Tottenham. But also, when you look at, the managers we've hired, Jose Mourinho, Conte, Ange Postecoglou. Now, Ange Postecoglou, yes, albeit at a different level to Jose and Conte, but the reality is, they've won everywhere they've been. Mm-hmm. They have the know-how. They know how to do it. But every other club goes, how can we aid to make you successful? What you've done there, how can we help implement that here so you can bring that here? When they come to Tottenham, we will not do it. We will go, we're going to bring you in for what you've done there, but we're going to give you scraps to work with. By the way, you're not going to have a proper 23-man squad to work with. We're going to pull players that haven't performed for years. You're going to have to make them work as well because we want to add on the resale value. Just make it work. So we're asking them to abandon absolutely everything they know. And then when they're in situations like this, we go, well, they're clueless. Of course they are, because they're not used to this situation, because everywhere else they've been, it's just quite simple. It's quite a simple life. I need this. Okay, no problem. There you are.
Yeah. Q7, man. When you put it like that, all those combinations together, man, it's just not good. It spells trouble. It spells trouble. And Fazzy Radfar, Faz, this is not good to see, man. Booze and Levy out at the final whistle. He will sack Ange. And Faz is more just saying that as a matter of fact, whether he wants that to happen or not. Is another thing. I think
we were here with Nuno, right?
And Faz goes to the games. He's got a better inkling, of sort of the vibe in and around, sort of the stadium and around sort of maybe the fan base that are going to these matches. And if Faz is telling us that like that, that's not good. That's not good,
Once you
Faz.
lose the match day goal fans, the ones that puts the money in his pocket, that's when Daniel Levy's going to act. We were there under Nuno, right? When they started booing, they done the exact same thing against the Man United, right? It was dubbed El Sacaco. They booed the team's performance, and everyone started going Levy out en masse. What happened? Nuno lost his job. Who, by the way, is flying high with Nottingham Forest right now. Another manager who was deemed not good enough and useless, and look what he's gone on to do. The exact same is going to happen in this situation. The only thing that maybe makes me think a little bit differently is, honestly, put yourself in a manager's position. Why are you coming in here? The players that are fit are already spent and wasted, so they can't do anything you want them to do. You've also got a lot of players to come back, and you've got a board that ain't going to back you. What manager is going to want to come into this mess? So he actually might be left with no option. And, it comes to the point where, yes, he's backed him to a large degree by keeping him in the job, but it's free. This is the whole problem. Even if you bring in a new manager, you have to spend money on this situation right now, and we won't.
Oh, yeah. And also, Faz, right? Like, if you're losing, if you're just saying that, man, I think that's not good. I think that spells the end as well. If you're just sort of saying that, affirmatively to us. But also, I heard as well that a lot of people were booing when Richarlison was subbed off too, right? Isn't that kind of pretty similar to what happened with Nuno? I think he took off Lucas Moura, I believe it was, right? He took off Lucas Moura when Moura was having like a good game for us. Was kind of the only guy doing anything out on there, and he took him out, and I think everybody was starting to be done with Nuno at that point. So you could say, even though Dave brought it up, Richarlison is only coming back from injury. You have to keep him healthy. Seems like a lot of the fans, because everyone in the chat brought this up fast. So I know you go to the game. So everyone brought it up in the chat that people were really upset when Richarlison was taken off. So it seems kind of similar to when Nuno took Lucas off, if you kind of get what I'm trying to say. Thomas Owen saying we are one win or draw away from a final. But this is the thing, Thomas. This is the thing. I just am losing that faith more and more and more each passing game that we are going to get that win or that draw. That's the thing. Like this team, as much as I want to believe that we can pull off a miracle, like it is a miracle beyond miracles. It's just not even one that I can really, it's like I have to, I'm struggling, man, because
Honestly,
I'm a happy clapper. I'm a delusional Spurs fan. As delusional as they can come sometimes. And I just am finding it nearly impossible to muster any sort of belief that we could get that win or that draw away from home to Liverpool, man. It's just, and that when that's the case, like something's got to go. Something's got to change. It does.
Yeah, we're one win away from a final, but what good is a final if you're in a relegation?
Feels like we're one win away, one draw away from fucking being in the actual relegation scrap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're one game away from potentially having a successful season. Sorry, we're 2 games away from potentially having a successful season in terms of trophies in the cabinet. We're also 2 games away or 3 games away from an absolute disaster. So, and look, I just think when you look at the whole situation, they don't want to throw money at it, which means, are they losing belief in him? Are they just hanging on to him till someone puts their hand up for the job? Postecoglou, he's trying things, but they're not working. And when that happens, it's like any job, right? You try things and it's not working. You're gonna pay the price, right? You're gonna lose your job, and the players aren't responding anymore. They look clueless out there. So I think there just has to be a resigned, just resigned to accept it. It's not working. And you'll be lucky to see the semi-final at this point.
Cups are irrelevant now, says DB. Damn. Thomas Owen, though, I appreciate the support, man. I mean, you probably feel differently to us, and that's totally fine. We're not going to claim to be, perfectly, spot on about everything. But it's just, man, I'm finding it hard to think about it that sort of way right now. I am. Sorry. Frankly, Tottenham saying a relegation would be a huge embarrassment to Levy. I think Levy will try to avoid that at all costs, no matter how crazy he is, no matter how blind he is to whatever's going on. Frankly, Tottenham, I think he's gonna do whatever it takes to avoid that. So, I mean, at the fact that we're even close to this is absurd. It is absurd to be saying it. It is absurd to be saying we're even close to it. It's absurd.
We say that, but what has he done this January to alleviate the situation? Even if he brings in a new manager, there has to be recognition.
Same players.
He still needs to go and sign a couple of players to freshen this up and help push it forward. This is where, You know, I've really learned he's never going to change his ways, Jack, ever. We are sliding towards a relegation battle. We should have been the first ones to act in January. Forget about what everyone else does. I keep hearing, well, there hasn't been massive transfers. Man City went out, helped Pep Guardiola, delivered players. They ended up beating Chelsea yesterday. They ended up getting a result of it. But regardless of what everyone else's situation is, it's our situation that we're focused on. I couldn't give a cahoots what other people are doing and what they're not doing. We needed to do it. We had to. And he simply failed and let everybody down. The players in there, the physios in there, the tea lady in there, us fans, you know, the players on the pitch, and Postecoglou. Even though Postecoglou be sacked, he's letting him down as well by not bringing in. If he would have brought in 2 or 3 players at the start of the window, you might have seen a renewed enthusiasm. Even the carrot of being 1-0 up against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup semi-final should have been more than enough for us to try and act in this window, to even try and bring in that extra bit of quality just to make sure we get over the line. Didn't do it. When we were going for on the Champions League run, we were at January. When Yama was fucked with his legs, Dembele was fucked with his legs. They were done. What midfielder did we bring in to replace our 2 midfielders that got us to that point? No one. We go make Sissoko, who's a fair right winger, work in centre midfield, and pair him with Winks. Make that work, please. That's what we relied on. He doesn't. When we are in good situations or bad situations, he will not pull out the finances to alleviate either.
Fazzy Radfar just with a comment, Dave, saying we will be back to square one if Levy sacks Ange. 18 months down the line, we will be
100%.
managers out. When will we ever learn? Yeah.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Look, I don't think even even DB, right? He's been Ange out for a long time. Even he's going to agree with that. Even he's going to agree we're back to square one. Everyone agrees with that. Yeah. It's where we are at this football club, and this is what I keep saying. You have to look at it. The amount of managers to years of ownership every 2 years, which means the second season goes tits up. Why? That's not on a manager.
Yeah. Mary W, by the way, good to see you. I'm not sure if we said hello to her at any point today, so hopefully you're doing okay, Mary. Probably not, actually. You know, I'm not sure why I'm even asking, but big up to you, Mary. Hopefully life is treating you well, at least outside of Spurs. K32, Dave and Jack, just want to say thank you for this channel. It's a pity Spurs are so poor, but you guys make our days a bit brighter. Thanks, lads. Very, very kind of you, K32. And thanks, guys, for joining us today for the watch along, for being here with us. Thanks for pushing through. You know, looks like stream did okay. You know, you got through it. Looks like we're getting through it. It's not like we've had to crash and burn it or, you know, sack the stream at any point today. So at least that's gone okay. But appreciate you guys. Again, smash the like button if you have enjoyed it. Come back for more. And we're just going to continue to try to make sense of this football club. And hopefully you guys do it together with us. And if you want to grow even closer to myself or Dave or other people in this community that you might like, consider becoming a member as well. And also fan show tomorrow night. Blockazzini becoming a Flat Cap member. Thank you very much, Blockazzini. Love the name. Or Blackazzini, maybe. Love the name, whichever pronunciation you like. Love the name. And Richarlison, I think he was bringing up earlier, Dave. I think he was agreeing with you, saying the Richarlison sub was absolutely sensible. He was on fumes, and with our luck, he would have gotten injured again in the very next play. So I think he kind of agreed with you about, despite the fans maybe being upset with Richarlison taking off, we have to take some of the context of around his injury and sort of that thing. So big up Blackazzini. I agree, man. I agree. Yeah, Swim Master saying, regardless of the results, this is still my favorite Spurs YouTube channel, Dave and Jack. That's very, very kind, Swim. Very, very kind of you, man.
Too kind, guys. Look, too kind. DB as well. Look, I'm not saying we're back to square one in defense of Ange. I'm saying, you know, even people that hate Ange Postecoglou, we're all back to square one again. Do you know what I mean? In terms of manager, same problems, etc., etc. That's what I mean, DB. I'm not using that as an offensive Postecoglou. You know, and I've always said and I've always maintained, you know, just because you don't want to go through another new manager, it's not a reason to keep Ange Postecoglou in the job, right?
Yeah. Can we get back to square as soon as possible?
That would be nice.
Let's get to any square better. Let's get to a new square, a different square than this one. Let's get some final comments, and then I think we have to wrap this up here, everybody. Please send in your fan cams. Happy to upload those. I'm gonna throw myself into, a sort of, those cryo chambers. I wish I had one of those, because then I could go cry into it. But then I
I'm
could
going
also,
supermarket shopping. I'm going food shopping. Try and
yeah,
put a small bit of a temporary smile on my face. When I get back, I'm going to stuff my face and I am going to sleep. I'm closing the curtains, putting down the blinds. I'm turning off telly and I'm just going to bed. I am sick. I am sick to death of this. I just need a night alone, like a little crying baby, like a little fetus freshly born, just curled up crying.
fetus Dave, fetus Dave tonight. Also, as well, give Dave any shopping ideas for what sort of foods maybe he could do to cope himself with. Gary Beck saying, "I fear now if he sticks with Ange, we are in danger of going down. If sacks him and gives
Yeah,
Mason the job, he will go down as well." Yeah, I think
yeah.
if you give Mason the job, I think he still go down. I don't think really think
Sam
it's that much
Allardyce,
better.
what's he doing?
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for everybody just sticking by Dave and I. Thanks for sticking through the stream. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for picking us as your watch along destination. Thanks for tolerating Tottenham Hotspur with us. We continue to try to do it. We'll continue to try to make sense of it, and appreciate you guys trying to do it with us. And we'll see you for the next one. Fan cams, send those in. Twitter reacts, we'll probably put out for tomorrow. I don't even know, though. At this point, we'll just see.
Do you know
If we
what,
have
Jack?
to do
It's
an
just going to be
emergency
brain
stream,
rot.
not even sure if it's Twitter reacts. Might have to be an emergency stream or something tomorrow
Yeah.
or something, everybody, because it feels untenable at this stage. Fan show tomorrow night, and then another week of Tottenham Hotspur. So prepare for that, everybody. We'll see you
Yeah.
very, very soon. Thank you so much
See you
today.
soon. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate the support. See you back here tomorrow, if not the next game day. Come on, you Spurs.